Is that
Yep.
is that the original audio?
Oh, you know it, bro.
Wow.
They used that for the fucking commercials on TV. Did you know?
On Tiwi?
On TV.
Good times. I didn't even. Wow, that's so dumb. I tried to lean out of the frame that I was in, and I went like right here. Stupid. That's what that was.
That's what you get for using widescreen,
Oh yeah, is this considered widescreen?
I guess.
Widescreen? Like if I sit really close.
I could still yeah, it's not really your face. Like I'm super small, but you can still see me. Like you know how it is with the podcast, you know. You're the big guy on screen and I'm like in the corner. There's literally nothing I could do about that considering how like I don't care, but I'm just saying there's nothing I can really do about it with the
You know we're going to be pros when one day we can figure out how to perfectly split the screen right down the middle and you get one side and I get the other. That's when we've made a pro.
We'd have to be in the same room and both have a camera, like 2 cameras separate on us. That would be easy to figure out. It's just that, like, now it's kind of stupid.
I've thought about doing something like that. And I think I could do it. So you know when I can figure something out when it comes to technology like that, you know it's pretty simple. Or it should be pretty easy.
I don't know. I gave OBS a bunch of shit, but it's really not that bad. It's just for now I don't know why the fuck it's not registering my webcam. It might be because I'm on Facebook right now. But
you think that's it?
That might be it cuz it was working before I unplugged it and plugged it back in and then it started working for Facebook, so it might be like if the two are open on the same computer it just doesn't work. Whatever. Hi, it's Korn and Kock.
Hello, we are back. Never really left, but we are back.
We're back from another hiatus.
Our yearly hiatus of 3 months or whatever.
Yeah. Sometimes we just need to take a step back and just chillax.
Sometimes we need a personal few months.
You couldn't resist, could you?
I mean, personal few months is pretty funny.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the name of my 5th book.
What's the name of your 4 other books?
Wouldn't you like to know, Weather Boy?
Mom, that's number 1. The second one is Mom, we're out of mustard.
Mom, how close is Grosh is the bashes? That's odd. All right, well, do you want to do the little intro for what we're doing on this somewhat special podcast?
All right, everybody. This is a special podcast, a return podcast, because as many of you might know, new Metallica album, 72 Seasons, dropping in April. We're excited. We've made it very clear from episode 1 that we are Metallica fanatics. We like Metallica. I don't know why I'm doing this, but I'm just doing it.
I'm trying to do a 72, but it's really hard to do with your fingers.
You're working at it. You're doing it.
Well, I got the 7. I don't know how to do it 2, so I don't know.
77.
70.
Right, yes. But we are big Metallica fans, and we've never made it a secret. And we are. We are.
No, I was agreeing with you.
Okay.
Yeah, I was.
We are going to make this a Metallica themed episode. All Metallica all the time. Metallica Mondays, even though it's not Monday, it's Thursday.
Well, in 4 minutes, it's going to be Friday.
Well, Metallica Friends Day. Whatever.
Friends Day.
Whatever. Even though it's not even Wednesday. Whatever. Point is, it's
all
Metallica all the time. We're going to be talking about Metallica. We're talking about the new album, the old albums, all of that shit. A piece of fucking pound cake.
What the piece of fucking pound cake?
Oh my gosh.
I wish we could turn that into a drop.
No, that was... We probably... okay, you know, one of these days, you're going to come over... And we're just gonna, yeah, okay. You, and we're gonna just make a bunch of drops, and we're gonna have them, and I'm gonna put them in the folder, and we're going to fucking, we're just gonna do it. We've been talking about it for a year. We need to make the drops real, and now we can do it. It's just, I think this needs to be a joint effort. Like, we both need to sit down, and we gotta be like, these are the ones that'll make it. These are the ones that are gonna sink. We just need to be focused.
I'm down for that.
Hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah, here we go.
All right, so, yeah, so Stone, start us off. with this
Okay.
Metallica madness.
Well, what I was doing right now, we've done this before. I love numbers and I love running the stats because sometimes, both in the sports world and out of the sports world, the numbers are the numbers. The numbers don't lie, but the numbers don't tell the whole story. Okay? So when you ask somebody, what's your favorite album? This isn't just Metallica. What's your favorite Bon Jovi album? What's your favorite Led Zeppelin album? What's your favorite Cannibal Corpse album? Whatever band you ask, people say, oh, it's this one.
Mm-hmm.
But if you were to run it through the Quizmaster, put the numbers in there, and the Quizmaster comes back and says, actually, puts the glasses up on their forehead, actually, your favorite album is this one, according to the numbers. But you're going, wait a second, I like this one more. But what do the numbers say? So with that said, I've ranked every single Metallica song out of 5. 0.5 is the lowest, 5 is the highest. You add them up on each album, you get an average ranking, and I have it right here. According to the numbers. All right?
Mm-hmm.
So.
I do remember we did do this. You and I, we did this before in the past. I do remember that.
Yeah, so
and you were like, I was like, And Justice is my favorite album. You're like, the numbers don't lie.
Did you
Puppets
actually
is
say
your
that?
favorite. I don't think you said the numbers don't lie, but the fact that you said it now makes it funnier.
I mean, yeah, because let me ask you, what is your favorite Metallica album?
Well, over the years, it's changed. Like, I want to say Death Magnetic. I probably have the most good to say about all the songs on that. The only one I'm not really a big fan of is Broken, Beaten, Scarred. The rest of them, I'm not gonna lie, they're all pretty freaking good.
They're all bangers. But do you think the numbers would back that up?
Maybe.
All right, well, maybe.
I was
Before
listening
we get...
to that. I was listening to that before we got
that'll,
on here.
That'll be a good drop when we get that going.
That's not Metallica, but before we get into Metallica, it's what is it called? It's Ketan Ka Russell. Ketan Ka Russell, that's his name, and the song is called Maybe, and it's like a house beat. It's really good. Zane plays it all the time.
It is. It's very
It's catchy.
It's catchy and it's very like low. It's just a very chill vibe. Like you put it on in the background. Like it's not one of those things you put on and listen to. It's something you put on in the background while you're doing something, while you're balancing your checkbook, while you're on TurboTax. Sorry, when you're trying to remember your username for TurboTax, or when you're organizing your hat collection, or getting laid. I don't know, but it's something you put on in the background.
Absolutely.
I'm feeling very witty tonight, if you can't tell.
I'm feeling good. I always like a podcast like right after we get back from a long break. Because like honestly, if you keep doing a podcast like every single day, like or every single week, like eventually you just kind of run out of steam. It's nice to take breaks, you know?
It is. Honestly, that's why I just love the sports world, because every single day there's a new story. And especially in some markets like New York, there's always something. What am I going to say about Arizona? The Suns lost. The Coyotes lost. Diamondbacks are probably going to lose. And the Cardinals are probably going to lose.
Probably going to lose.
So, yeah.
They're probably going to lose.
They're probably going to lose. What else do I have to say?
I don't know.
All right. So let's get through these album rankings.
Let's go.
So I'm going to start at the bottom.
All right.
Now, I'm going to say this.
Mm-hmm.
I included Beyond Magnetic and the two...
It's good. Yeah.
And the two S&M songs. All right. Just for fun.
Mm-hmm.
I Disappear is not on here, but if it was, I gave it a 3 out of 5. So technically, I Disappear is better than most Metallica albums.
For those of you who don't know, I Disappear was the song that they made for Mission Impossible.
And for those of you who don't know, I Disappear was the reason why Lars sued Napster.
That is true.
And when I say Lars, I mean Metallica, but Lars is
Metallica. There is no Metallica without Lars. Wait.
What?
Wait.
What?
You fucking left the band!
Why didn't we open it with that? That's perfect.
Well, it's here.
That's true. Okay. So, how many is this? Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 entries. Okay.
Mhm.
Number 12 with a 2.5 is Kill 'Em All.
You know, I often think about that time that you were like, oh, dude, I just don't like Seek and Destroy. Like, it's just such a boring song. And you know what? I can respect that, but the fact that you also think that, like, One and Master of Puppets are, like, the best songs off of those respective albums, it kind of makes me think, like, well, then why isn't Seek and Destroy, like, your favorite song off of Kill 'Em All?
You know, I'll tell you why. When I first listened to it when I was, 13, 14, I was like, this rocks, this is cool. And then you get to, like, the good stuff. And not that Seek and Destroy is bad, but it's like, the only way I can put it is like, imagine having a good burger and you're like, this tastes good. And someone goes, well, wait till you go to this other restaurant, they cook it better. And you go to all these other restaurants and they cook it way better. Then somebody goes, what about that first place? And you're like, oh yeah, well, I guess it's fine, but I like these other ones more. So it's not that I don't like or not like Seek and Destroy, but when you compare it to Puppets and One and Ride the Lightning, it's like, there's no comparison. But I don't dislike it, I don't not like it. Also, just and then Search Seek and Destroy. It's very beginner Metallica, kind of kindergarten. You're learning the letters, you're putting the rhythms together.
Purple is a color.
That's what it is. That's what Kill 'Em All is. It's kind of like how to thrash metal. Just go motor breath, jump in the fire, no remorse, seek and destroy, metal militia. That's what Kill 'Em All is.
I mean, yeah, James Hetfield sounds like a dying old woman in those fucking songs, but you gotta respect it for being a classic. You gotta respect it for being a classic.
Well, hey, with that said, Four Horsemen, that's a great one. Hit the Lights is fun. Okay, you know what? Let me just go through it. Hit the Lights, good opening, first song, it's fun. Four Horsemen, great. Motor Breath, cool drum intros. It's fast, but, whatever. Jump in the Fire, got a good riff. Kind of the Run to the Hills for Metallica. Then what's next? Anesthesia, Pulling Teeth. Cool
it's
bass solo.
Right.
It's a very cool bass solo, and you get to hear Cliff talk in it. But, and the drums come into play. Whiplash, again, basic, fun, but basic. Phantom Lord is next.
I don't remember the track listing exactly.
I think it. Here, let me pull it up. I think it's Phantom Lord.
I don't know. Like, I just think that like Phantom Lord, Motor Breath, and like Phantom Lord and Motor Breath kind of meld together. They're like they kind of feel like the same song to me.
That's the issue. Is a lot of these songs almost blend together, but if you do a deep dive, each song has something that kind of sticks out.
Yeah.
Like Phantom Lord, there's that clean guitar part in the middle. That sounds cool, and that clean guitar solo or clean guitar section paved the way for Master Puppets, One, Welcome Home, Fade to Black, the acoustic mellow parts that were to come later. But before we got to the hard stuff, we had to get to the basic just basic. Then they got harder, then they got harder, then they got harder. So
and then they got soft, and then they made Mama Said, and then we we're just done. It's over.
We'll get there in a second.
Oh boy.
So Phantom Lord, No Remorse. I do like No Remorse. Seek and Destroy is all right. Metal Militia is. Metal Militia is whatever.
I really like Metal Militia. I think it's one of the strongest songs on the album. I know you don't agree, but I just think it's a really strong closer. It's just like fast. It's super fast. It just fucking goes. It's like a freight train. It's
got a great name, and there's a riff in there that's cool. How does it go? It's like it's a part after that. It's like
oh yeah, like kind of in the middle. It's like
Yeah. Yeah, that part.
Yeah, when
that's
it like
weird.
builds up again.
Yeah, that part's weird, but I do like that. Yeah, it's fine. It has the potential to be a classic for me, but again, I just heard the same thing 9 times before. Sorry, 8 times, not counting the bass solo.
Mm-hmm.
I don't not like it. It's just I never go back and listen to it. So that's essentially 2.5 Kill 'Em All.
Mm-hmm.
Are you shocked that it was dead last?
Not Saint Anger? I mean...
Well, let's get to the next one.
All
So
right.
coming in at number 11, 2.53, barely above Kill 'Em All, was Load.
Oh yeah, I got a load for you right here.
Oh, that's a double entendre if you know what the album cover is.
Well, okay. Like, Load, it's got Ain't My Bitch.
Good.
It's got Devil's Dance. Wait,
Nope.
no, that's Reload. Sorry. Sorry.
The
Sorry.
second song.
Sorry. I'm sorry. It's got fucking...
I want that to be a drop. It's got Devil's Dance. Nope.
Nope. Immediately, I was like, fuck. Yeah, it's got Ain't My Bitch. That's bad. No, it's got. I like. I was about to say Attitude. I'm such an idiot. No. Wasting My Hate. I like Wasting My Hate. It's got Hero of the Day. It's not a great song, but you know what? As far as it goes with the rest of the songs on the album, it's all right. It's all right. It's pretty.
Mm-hmm.
It's something you can like kind of like groove to.
Mm-hmm.
Cure is all right after listening to it again. Like, I don't know. Everybody's searching for the cure. Like, I don't know. It's cool. There's something about it. There's something about it.
I don't like how he says bullet in that song.
Bullet.
Yeah, it's bullet, but for whatever reason he goes another bullet.
Another bullet.
Like he's spelling it Boullet. Like James, just say bullet. Just a bullet away, not just a bullet away.
I don't know.
Oh, it's also got Bleeding Me.
Of course. You can't forget Bleeding Me and Until It Sleeps. Those two are those are great. But then it's also got Mama Said, and you just wanna. Mama Said is the antithesis of a Metallica song, and for anybody who eventually ever watches this, who's like a diehard Metallica fan, like I'm talking about the people that go on Mama Said. Like the music video, and comment, "This is what Metallica's all about. Fuck the haters. James was singing his heart out for this." If you're someone who does that and you're watching this, look, it's great to cocksuck your favorite band, but I'm gonna be completely real with you, Chief. Regardless of whether or not you think that song is good, that is the antithesis of Metallica. Metallica is a heavy metal band. They kind of lost themselves a little bit in the 90s, early 2000s, but then they came back and now they're metal again. So you're going to sit here and you're going to tell me that twang guitar country James Hetfield sitting on a bale of hay with his fucking acoustic guitar, with his fucking cowboy boots and his spurs, like with a fucking lasso, like, yeehaw, giddy up, talking about his mom is what Metallica is all about. Shut the fuck up. You can think it's a good song, but it's not a good Metallica song. That is not what Metallica is about. It is not about fucking country. I'm sorry. That's just... And I know that he wrote it for his mom. I get it. It is a very, very nice sentiment, and I am not shitting on him or anybody in the band for agreeing to that. But that sound is just not Metallica. It's not.
All right, listen to this.
Yes.
I agree with everything you said. Well, listen to what Lars said. So,
oh boy. Didn't he say that Load and Reload were like his favorite albums?
No, I'll tell you what his favorite album is that he said in 2020. We'll get to that in a minute.
All right.
But this is what Lars said. I imagine this was around when it came out. There's no date on it. But it says, on Load's more exploratory nature, Lars Ulrich said, and I quote, "This album and what we're doing with it, that to me is what Metallica are all about, exploring different things. The minute you stop exploring, then just sit down and fucking die.
That's great, Lars. Whatever happened to that knapsack that what's his face handed to you? You wanted to bring it back to that young boy. How about you give him that fucking cigarette that you were so stingy with, you fucking prick?
Here's the deal.
Just kidding, Lars. We love you.
Lars is right in the sense that when they started out, yes, it was about exploring the heavy metal side of music. That's what it was. They were gonna call Kill 'Em All Metal Up Your Ass. They were hardcore like that, okay? And hardcore Metallica fans know the toilet with the fist coming out of it was going to be Metal Up Your Ass. That was going to be the album cover.
Hell
and then Cliff said, because the record company said we're not going to do that, and then Cliff said, why don't we just kill them all? Hence the album title. But when you stop and then you go into the territory of country twangy, getting the slide, like they're listening to Billy Gibbons and they're like, I want to do that. That's not, you're exploring, yes, but you're not that type of music. Which is what you said.
Yes. There's nothing wrong with exploring new avenues, but like you're going to fucking tell me that Green Day comes back and rather than releasing a punk album or whatever genre they are, I don't fucking know. I don't listen to Green Day, but I know kind of the general music sound. You're going to tell me they come out with a fucking EDM club beat? That shit's going to be as good as fucking American Idiot? Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. It's not true. It's just there's a reason why bands usually stick to a certain kind of sound, because that's what they're good at. And yes, you can't continue to make the same fucking songs forever and ever and expect people to be like, wow, this is interesting and new. However, there's a line to be drawn somewhere. I'm sorry, but there is. Anyway. Yeah.
Honestly.
So, I can agree with I can agree. I would put probably I would vote Metal Militia a little bit higher than Load, but
Metal Militia?
Metal Militia, kill them all, yeah.
Yeah, kill them all.
Don't worry, I'm just stupid. Don't mind me, I'm just a little dumb in the head.
All right, let's go on.
Let's keep moving on. Let's move this train. This train.
Oh God. To quote Better Than You can't stop this train from rolling. And that's ironic because coming into 2.6 is Reload.
I agree that Reload is a better album
right?
than Load. I do agree.
It's so weird.
I think that Load has better highs, but it definitely has lower lows. I think Reload is more of like a gentle wave of like, yeah, there's some stinkers, but there's also like there's also some good ones. But then like Load is just like, oh, you know, ain't my bitch 2x4. Oh fuck. Oh, we're getting to the stinky. Oh, you know, it's coming back bleeding me until it sleeps. Oh no, it's Thorn Within. It's Ronnie. Oh no. Oh fuck.
It's Ronnie.
It's Ronnie. He's coming.
Look, the thing with Load is that album is so front half, and it's really sad because after Bleeding Me, which is a great ending, and then it opens with Cure and the second half of the show, and then it ends with Outlaw Torn. At least with Reload, it's spread out. It opens with Fuel, great. Memory Remains, some people like it. I'm not a huge fan of it.
Fuel is fucking, it's one of their best album openers of all time.
It really is.
It's fucking fantastic.
But also, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, Memory Remains, I'm torn on it. I remember I showed you the Rucka Rucka Ollie parody. We're not going to mention that one here. If you want to listen to it at your own discretion. We hold no responsibility to what is in that video. That made it slightly more bearable. Look, it's not a horrible song, but like, I'm sorry. La, da, 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 da. Give me a break. Give me a fucking break. This is from the same band that said, Master! La, da, da, da. Fuck off.
That's what I'm saying, dude. And with that said,
give me a break.
Look, the Reload has Low Man's lyric with the hurdy-gurdy. Really? This is the same band that wrote a song about dying in the electric chair and being trapped under ice and going crazy, and and Dyer's Eve writing a hate song to your parents, and it's come to the point that we're listening to Carpe Diem Baby. Baby? Is it a Metallica song title?
I like Carpe Diem Baby.
Take Baby out of it. I mean, if it's called Carpe Diem, maybe I'll let it slide, but oh my God, just the way he says it. Come Carpe Diem Baby! It makes me want to rage, but not in the way that they're intending it to go.
Like
Anyways,
Woodstock 99 rage.
Yeah, but I'm not Limp Bizkit. I'm not going to encourage people to break shit.
That was fucking. I'm going off tangent a little bit. I watched a Netflix documentary on that the other day. I never knew. Like, it was so fucking hilarious. Just like Fred Durst just caused the apocalypse. It's like, goddamn.
I know.
That was fucking awesome.
It's terrible.
It was a shit show. Anyway,
anyways,
I will say I like Low Man's lyrics slightly more than I like Mama Said, which is to say I don't like them, but I like Mama Said slightly less than I do Low Man's lyric.
Look, Low Man's lyric has one part that I actually like. All right, and it's somewhere in the middle in that awful hot garbage excuse of a mess, but it doesn't excuse the hurdy-gurdy. And it's about a homeless guy. The trash fire is warm. Something's warm, all right. And it ain't this song. And
no, it's warm. It's a steaming pile of shit.
Dude, but look at this. On Reload, after Carpe Diem Baby, it goes Bad Seed, Fun, Where the Wild Things Are, I think might be their best song they've never played live, and one of Lars's most intriguing drum songs that he's ever written, Prince Charming, choruses Four Horsemen.
What, dude? I totally forgot about King Nothing with Load. I'm so sorry. I know it's
like King Nothing.
I like King Nothing, even though it's just Discount Enter Sandman. But like, I still think it's. I think it's still fun. Anyway, continue. I'm sorry. I totally blinked on that.
I was waiting for you to mention King Nothing before.
It's because you said Prince Charming, and then I remembered Prince Charming is just Discount Four Horsemen. So I was like, oh yeah, and King Nothing is Discount Enter Sandman. So I was like, all right, might as well bring it up. But yeah,
someone compared Screaming Suicide to Prince Charming with that main guitar riff.
Fuck
and now
no.
I can't.
What?
You know the main verse in Screaming Suicide. All right, get it in your head.
Wait, like the "Keep me inside, my name
No.
is suicide."
No, the verse riff. Okay,
kind of. All right, yeah.
And then the
okay.
Prince Charming riff is very, very similar.
Kind of. Fine, I concede.
But I don't look at it as like, I don't like it or I love it because of it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they are very, very similar. But again, if people are going to jump at that, Dyer's Eve, Atlas Rise. Literally the same drum beat and guitar riff. People let that one go. Why? So.
Oh, fuck, you're right. I'm thinking about it now. You're
Seriously?
right. You're right. Oh, shit. Dyer's Eve is better.
Did you not notice that?
No, I never made the connection until you said it just now, but now I know it, so.
Bro, you're kidding.
I'm not kidding, I swear.
Really? Wow.
Yes, I never thought of it before.
That was the first thing the second I heard that, I'm like, oh, they're doing a little callback to Dyer's Eve. That's kind of cool.
So it's like, and then it's dear mother, dear father. Okay. Yes. Yeah. All right.
And again, people let that one go. But with Prince Charming Screaming Suicide, if anyone wants to give that one grief, what?
I said eat it, Wendy's.
Eat it, Wendy's. Anyways, Low Man's lyric, crap, attitude. It's a very average song.
Yeah.
Very cringy lyrics.
I think it's so he wants to become father now. Me again, me.
That Prince Charming.
Fuck. Born into attitude.
And then Fixer, which
at the wheel.
If you're in the mood for Fixer, it's good, but kind of like Outlaw Torn, I really got to be in the mood for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So far, I'm on board with you. I don't have many things I can add or change about that. You know.
Well, coming in at number 9 with a 2.72 is Saint Anger. Now, some people might look at Saint Anger and immediately go dead last, but hear me out. There's a lot of songs on Saint Anger that I can just put on and either have a good time to, and by good time, I mean kind of laugh at.
Mm-hmm.
Like Invisible Kid, My World, Shoot Me Again. Those songs just put me in a better mood because of just how goofy, bad, cringy, and fun they all are.
I mean, Saint Anger is a good album to play when you're in a really shitty place. It's
God.
It's a very good catharsis album.
You want to hear a YouTube quote?
Go ahead.
Or a comment. You ready? It said, "This is not Metallica's worst album. This is the album for your worst days."
I'm not totally against that. It does have bad songs.
Oh yeah, it has bad moments, but really, there's nothing on here for like a whole song. Because again, even My World, an Invisible Kid, I can still put on and kind of jam out to and laugh at.
Mm-hmm.
But there's nothing in here like Mama said, where the second it starts and ends, I hate it. I'm in a bad mood.
Mm-hmm.
But with that said, there's a lot of bad, cringy moments scattered throughout Saint Anger.
Frantic is good. Frantic is very good. Frantic is very good. Saint Anger is all right.
It's all right.
It's all right. Some Kind of Monster is good.
It's a step better than Saint Anger.
Dirty Window is good.
It's fun.
It's fun. Invisible Kid.
I mean, again, if I'm in the mood for it, if I'm feeling angsty, sure.
I'll say it's all right up until the what a bad boy you are. Like just fucking just cut the mic, delete that, to quote Torben Ulrich, Lars' father.
Says, "What a good boy you are."
Fuck.
Yeah.
It's fucking embarrassing. My World, I have a sweet spot for My World. I know it's bad, but I enjoy it.
That's one of those where I enjoy it, but not in the way Lars or James intended, because it's so, like, when we were setting this up, I'm just over here writing my stuff down going, "It's my time! It's my time!" Not because it's catchy, but because it makes me laugh.
Look out, motherfuckers, here I come!
That's, again, that's My World's biggest problem, is like...
I think it's its biggest strength, honestly, that it's just unrelentingly, like, just it's so cringe that it loops back around to becoming cool again. I don't know. That's just how I feel. And I might have shit taste, but, like, fuck it, whatever. I find it... I'm not gonna lie to you, I really like the part where he goes, "Not only do I not know the answer," and he screams, "I don't even know what the meme is." It's good. It's fun. It's fun. I don't like. I'm sorry, I keep interrupting you. I'll let you speak in a second. I just have to say, at the very end, when he's like, "Enough's enough," that's stupid. I don't really like that.
It has potential to be somewhat good, but again, with that awful snare drum and you just screaming lyrics, it's like, you're right. Enough is enough. Can we end this, please? But I don't know. Like I said, with My World, Invisible Kid, My World, Shoot Me Again, that was them trying to do like new metal. We're not going to put guitar solos in. We're going to go for that angsty kid who lives in a bad part of, he lives in downtown, and he has to share his bedroom with his older brother, and he hates him, and he's like listening to headphones, and the room's all dark and grainy. That's what they were going for. But again, with the exploratory nature, I guess this is better than what they did on Load, but just whatever Zayn did in that photo, just
no. What other songs are? What other songs are there? So it's My World, Shoot Me Again, Sweet
Amber.
Sweet Amber. I like The Unnamed Feeling. I think it's good.
Oddly enough, I do. But again, with Unnamed, with all these songs, you always keep saying, Yeah, but this one part, and you know what part I'm talking about with Unnamed
Get
Feeling?
the fuck out of here. Yeah, I just want to get the fuck away from the Korn and Kock podcast.
Seriously, like, what is that part? Take it out, and the song is a little bit better. But that one part drags the whole thing down. Oh yeah, there's no guitar solos in it too. But
and
whatever.
then what's after that? There's Purify, and then
Purify.
All Within My Hands.
Yeah.
Purify is just funny, and then All Within My Hands, I'd say like halfway through is good. It goes on way too long, and then at the end when he's like kill, 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 kill.
There it is. It's
we're
like,
done.
hey,
we're done.
This song is good, but hey, the kill, kill, kill kind of ruins it.
Yeah.
So again, also this was my first Metallica album, and I gotta say, when I heard Frantic, I was totally on board. I'm like, this is great. I love it. I didn't even notice there was no guitar solo. Didn't even notice. It was great. And then Saint Anger kicked in. 7 minutes long. It just keeps repeating itself, and there's no guitar solo. And I'm like,
I think that's the biggest problem with this album, is that many of the songs are just too repetitive for their own good.
yeah, I mean, if you want to put guitar solos in, that's fine, but you gotta make up for it by changing it up. And Shoot Me Again, Invisible Kid, not really Dirty Window. That one gets a pass. But like Unnamed Feeling, Purify, nothing happens. It just keeps repeating itself. And repetition doesn't always mean good. In fact, most of the time, it's probably not a good thing.
So, you know what? I'll agree with you.
All right. So the next one is a 2.75. These are the two S&M songs. So this is kind of a goofy little thing.
I don't really remember much about those songs, so I'm just kind of like along for the ride on this one.
Most people enjoy No Leaf Clover. It's okay. I like Minus Human more, but what are you going to do? So we'll just kind of go past that. Coming in at this was very close. 2.95, The Black Album. Are you surprised?
No, it's their most commercial album. I know every time they talk about it, they're like, yeah, "It's not a commercial album. This is this is the next." Fuck.
You made yourself.
Excuse me. Yeah, that's what Lars did. He's like, "This is not commercial. This is the next step for our music career." Don't tread on me, really. This is the paradigm we're going for.
Yeah, seriously.
The God that failed. Struggle within, really?
Really? Game & Watch?
Watch? Really? No, but it's got like some of the most memorable Metallica songs, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I told my dad this. Enter Sandman. You like it when you first hear it, and it was a game changer. It still is, but it's not your favorite. But you don't hate it. You always like it, but where do you put it?
You can't hate it, but like it's not
It's not
goated. It's not.
No.
It's not Elder God tier. Like
no, it's not. But I will say this: Enter Sandman. Okay, sad but true. I don't care what anybody says. That main guitar riff. That's one of their best. It just is. When I hear "Sad but True" and that riff kicks in, that makes me want to go out and break shit. It makes me want to go outside and stomp and just throw a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, Fred Durst. That's how you write a song about breaking shit.
But see, this is why, like, Sad But True, this is like heavy and it's like slow and groovy. And this is like get me pumped up, not in the way that Mama said. And Low Man's lyric gets me mad. It makes me mad, like, I'm not going to listen to this anymore. Sad But True makes me want to go out and accomplish something.
It's a very motivating song. I hear it on the radio all the time. It's like the only song they ever fucking play on our radio station. So it's like fucking, I don't know. I'm just tired of listening to it, but it's not a bad song.
But after that, this might be my most controversial Metallica take. Are you ready for this?
Oh my God.
I have never been a fan of The Unforgiven. Never.
Neither am I. I don't see the hype.
I'm looking right into the camera. I don't get why everybody loves The Unforgiven. I get Unforgiven. I get it sounds like a Western. But why? I don't get it. I'm not hearing what everybody else is hearing. I don't get it, guys. I really don't.
I'm not a huge fan of it either. I think the second is better than the first, I'd say.
That I don't agree with. I'm sorry, but that verse guitar where it's like,
I know it's like a slide
twangy.
guitar, and I know what I
Yeah.
said earlier, but to me it's more interesting than just like acoustic, just that old man there is me. Yeah. I don't know.
new blood joins this earth, and quickly he's subdued.
Every
Again,
every Metallica nut on the planet coming to this video to tell us that we're wrong and stupid.
Well,
I don't know what to tell you. People have different opinions.
I don't know, and also nothing else matters. I like it more than the Unforgiven, but it's not Metallica. It isn't. It just. Fun fact: that's the only Metallica song where Lars does a rim shot. The only one.
Damn.
So
That's a. Wait, hold on.
That-
I got this. Where
you
is
got a
it?
drop for that?
Where is it? Where is it? What the fuck?
Let's do it.
There we
There we
go.
go. There it is.
All right.
But
I was gonna
anyways,
say, I remember the first time I like listened to that, and we were talking about it like years ago, and I said, you asked me what the song was about, and I was like, it kind of sounds like a song that kind of like pays tribute to the band, and like James is singing about, you know, Lars and Kirk and like Jason and fucking Cliff and like all those people, you know, that are in his life. Like it's kind of like a love song to the band. And you were like, no, he wrote it for his girlfriend at the time. And I watched them when they played on Howard Stern's show. And I remember that Howard Stern brought that same point up. He's like, it kind of almost sounds like a love song to Lars.
I saw that clip recently.
Yeah, I watched that and I was like, okay, so I'm glad that Howard Stern is like, I felt the same vibes as him at first. That was interesting.
If there's anyone you want to be on your team with, it's Howard Stern.
We got Korn and Kock. We got Korn and Robin. We got Patrick and Korn and Kock. We've got. Oh my god, it's good.
Dude, I would love to go on Howard Stern.
Howard Stern's cool. He really is. Baba Booey, Howard Stern's penis. Wait, I got this. Wait. Where is it?
You have no way.
I don't have Howard Stern's penis, but I do have Baba Booey. I have it somewhere.
Okay, I want to hear this.
Keep talking. I'll find it.
All right. Well, I was telling Alex earlier today, "Don't Tread on Me." "Don't Tread on Me" is one of their dumbest songs. "Wherever My Roam" is a classic and good. Of Wolfen Man, I love that one. That's like 90s Metallica, but done good.
I remember you did say that. I know I like Of Wolf and Man too, but it's for me it's not one of my favorites.
I mean, yeah, it's not a top 10 for me, but it comes on and that riff, it just sounds like I'm a wolf and I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna hunt and kill, people or animals. I don't know. And that was one of the songs when they played it with Jason would do a wolf howl, and it just made it so much better. It's so cheesy.
There it is.
There it is.
Sorry it took me so long. Anyway,
Can I
continue.
hear that one more time?
Baba Booey.
Baba Boy.
I think my dad was telling me how the guy mispronounced that in the 80s or early 90s.
Mm-hmm.
And Howard corrected him. And the guy was like, "You guys are laughing at this. This is going to blow over in a week." And here we are, 2023, and they're still playing that clip of Baba Booey. I think it's the Baba Booey one. It's good, but it's not Tiwi. It's not Jam It Up on Michael K. Show.
It's not. Answer it!
It's not that. I wonder if those guys on Michael K. Show would be mad if we play their drops. We're giving them credit. It's a great thing. We're not claiming that we did the show or did the drop madness. They did it. All right. But by the way, are you voting for Drop Madness?
If you send me the link, I will.
Just go to their Twitter page. Every day at like 4 p.m. our time, they have the voting. Nothing? You got nothing on that?
That's the Half-Life 2 Gmod death sound effect. Anyway, yeah, I will say my second favorite Metallica song of all time is "My Friend of Misery," and it's off the Black Album. So
That's right.
and that was that was the one. Correct me if I'm wrong. That was supposed to be an instrumental, but then they added lyrics like last minute. So yeah, I don't know. It's a good album. It's a good album. It's just like it's middle of the road. It's very. It's good, but it's like a plateau of good.
And My Friend of Misery is one of the 3 Metallica songs that Jason Newsted got a writing credit for. Can you name the other 2?
No.
Blackened and Where the Wild Things Are.
Good God.
Dear God.
Dear God.
All right,
Jam it
now
up.
here comes at 2.96. So these albums are basically tied. Hardwired to Self-Destruct.
We talk about it so much. Such a front-loaded album. Disc 1 is so much better than Disc 2, but
isn't Black Album?
No.
I think Black Album is completely front-loaded.
Oh, I thought you meant like in terms of quality. Yeah, it's pretty front-loaded. Like once you get to 1, then it kind of like slows down, but it's not bad. Like in terms of hardwired, it's like right after Halo on Fire, you get done with this like Halo on Fire, hello darkness, say goodbye. Like that's such a good ending to the song. Like it may go on for a while, but it's just like it feels like a really like energetic ending. And then just immediately to just like I don't know. I don't hate Confusion, but like the whole second album, like Confusion, Man Unkind, Murder One's good. Here Comes Revenge is fucking dog shit. I don't care what anybody says. Here Comes Revenge is fucking awful. I like Am I Savage. Stone hates. Doesn't hate. But doesn't. He doesn't really like Am I Savage that much. He likes one part. He likes one part.
I love that one riff. You know this.
I do. I'm not trying to like slander you. I'm just explaining.
No, I know, but I mean, I'll admit I don't get the Here Comes Revenge hate. Not saying you should like it, but I only thought there'd be a bunch of others that would be below Here Comes Revenge. What songs are below Here Comes Revenge?
On my personal like top Metallica songs, give me a second.
Give me a second.
give me a fucking second here. Wait, what?
There wasn't that many. When I looked at your list, you only had like 2 or 3 below it.
Oh yeah. Where the fuck? Where the fuck? The only ones I had below it were, okay, Minus Human and No Leaf Clover were like, because I haven't really like heard them all that much. I'm not saying they're bad. I just put them there because I didn't have any place to put them, and I could have listened to them, but I was just lazy. I'll redo this list at some point. But the only 2 that I have below it are Ronnie and Mama Said.
See, that's crazy, because that means you have Low Man's lyric over Here Comes Revenge, and that is quite shocking for me.
I have Low Man's lyric above Now That We're Dead.
Jeez.
It's
crazy, man.
I'm not gonna lie. I think Now That We're Dead and fucking Here Comes Revenge are 2 of the weakest like modern Metallica songs. I think they're fucking garbage.
Oh, Now That We're Dead, absolutely. I'll buy into that.
I don't like them. I really don't. But motherfucker, ending the album with
me?
No, not you. I'm just saying in general. But like motherfucker, ending the album with Spit Out the Bone. Fucking immaculate. That song kicks ass.
You know what though? I remember like a day or 2 before that album dropped, and I was reading reviews for it. And you know what the first sentence of Spit Out the Bone the guy said?
What?
He goes, "Where has this Metallica been for the last half hour?"
Right?
That was the first sentence, and I'm like, that's interesting, because you're reading a review for it. You don't know what these songs sound like, but you take a mental note, and I'm like, okay, Murder One, that's a nice tribute to Lemmy. That's awesome.
Yeah, Murder One's it's pretty good.
It's all right. If it was faster, I think I'd like it more. But I listen to it and I want to have the car speed up, but they're driving under the speed limit, and you want them to go faster. It wouldn't save it for me, but it would make it a little bit better, because they played.
Fair enough.
They played a riff from Murder One By the way, Murder One and Am I Savage are the only two songs they haven't played live from this album.
Goddamn.
So it proves that not even Metallica likes Am I Savage.
When we see them in person, that might change. Could you imagine that the concert we go to would be the first time they ever play Am I Savage? The chances of that happening are pretty big.
That's the bathroom song for me.
The bathroom song.
That's where they go, hey, we never played this one live before. Yeah. You guys want to hear a new song that we never played before live? Yeah. All right, here we go.
Am I Savage starts playing, everyone leaves the pit.
Do, 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 do.
Yeah, call me when it's over.
I'm gonna go stand out and talk to the people working the snacks. I'll see you later. But anyways, yeah, spit out the phone.
Spit out the phone.
Oh yeah, there it is. There it is. Yeah, spit out the bone is
Jesus Christ. Sorry.
What?
Go ahead.
What happened?
I keep dropping something like a fucking Butterfingers. Go ahead.
Oh, all right. But honestly, but look at this. A Black Album and Hardwired. They're right next to each other. How's that possible? You look at Black Album and you go, that one's way better than Hardwired. Well, according to the numbers, they're right next to each other. That's what I'm talking about. It's shocking to me. Let's just run through this album really quick, okay?
Okay.
Hardwired, great opener. Atlas Rise
Good.
sounds a little too like Iron Maiden for me in the chorus, but it's okay.
Good.
Now That We're Dead.
Just cover my face in shit.
This song could be deleted from existence and I wouldn't miss it at all.
Nope.
Moth in the Flame.
Good.
Good. Dream No More.
Excellent.
Surprisingly good.
Excellent.
Halo on Fire.
Really good.
Good. I have a lot of issues with Lars's drumming in that song, but outside of that, good. Confusion. I'll say this. If you were gonna have a song open the second disc, Confusion is the best one.
Yeah.
And there are some riffs in Confusion that I do really like.
Yeah.
Anyways, Man Unkind.
I want to hate it because of like the guitar solo in the middle pisses me off. Like in the beginning, it's like dark days of your life. Like, I don't know. It's just something about like that. Like the like it's hard to like vocalize that one part of the solo, but like I just fucking hate it. If they redid that part, I think it would be a much better song. Like I hyperfixate on that one part.
No, that's fair.
I think it's all right because it's kind of got that do, you know, that kind of like swing to it that the other songs don't have.
Yeah, but then it kind of gives me load PTSD where it's like, oh god, are we going back to this bluesy? I don't know what it is about guitar players, but they always seem to be rooted in bluesy riffs because I think when you grow up,
guitar was a blues instrument, like at
exactly.
first.
So I almost feel like if it's in your DNA to pick up a guitar and go doom da doom da doom bow doom da down da 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 do doom da doom da doom bow da 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 do 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 do. I just made that up. Look at that.
Where on what crossroads did you sell your soul to the devil to get those powers?
You talking to me?
I am.
Another thing with Man Unkind, I will give Lars credit. He does try to do something different with the drums in the verse and in the guitar solo. It pisses some people off. I enjoy it because it actually captures my interest, but it's an okay song. The bass solo's cool. That's pretty much the highlight of the song. Here Comes Revenge.
Bury it with the rest of the garbage.
I think Here Comes Revenge had the most potential, but comes up pretty damn short. It's a good warm-up song for me to play on drums, but that's not really a good compliment to hear. That song you took a long time to write, it's a good warm-up song for me.
Well, fucking, they're like one of the most successful bands of all time. Do better. Like, I don't feel any sympathy.
You would think.
I don't know.
Am I Savage?
You don't like it as much. I think it's great. I honestly enjoy it a lot.
There are a couple riffs in here that are interesting. That main guitar riff in the guitar solo. It's like, why is this super hot, sexy, attractive riff in this piece of garbage song? That riff should be in a Dream No More. That should be in a way better song. Why is it in Am I Savage?
All right.
That's how I feel about that.
Yeah.
Murder One.
Murder One. It's a good tribute. If it was faster, it'd be better. Spit Out the Bone is so fucking good.
I think about it like, it's almost like we don't even deserve Spit Out the Bone. It doesn't belong on the second disc. Put it on the fucking first disc. What?
I don't know, but like, are we also talking about? Because I know you asked me this earlier. Are we counting Lords of Summer?
Yeah, because if you take out Lords of Summer, the rating goes down to 2.91, but when you put it in, it goes up to 2.96. So, and honestly, why wasn't Lords of Summer on the album in the first place? Like, officially, not on the third disc. Replace Lords of Summer with Man Unkind, Here Comes Revenge, Am I Savage, Now That We're Dead, and the album is way better. I don't get it.
I agree with that, yeah.
I really don't. But anyways, let's go to the next one.
Moving on.
The next one is 3.2.
Okay.
Number 5, Beyond Magnetic.
Based.
Now, these are the 4 songs
Based.
that did not make the cut for Death Magnetic. All right. Do you know the one song on here that was seriously going to be on the track listing, but they had to cut it?
Fuck, I want to say Hell and Back.
That is incorrect.
Fuck.
It was Just a Bullet Away.
Damn it.
Like, that one was like the last one to be cut. And I got to tell you, they should have put that one on there and cut Broken, Beaten, Scarred.
I agree with you. Absolutely. Broken, Beaten, Scarred is not a bad song, but it's the weakest out of all of them on the album. I would say.
Me and my dad get kind of sick of it, but there's a riff in there, the main riff. No, it's before the verse. Me and my dad are convinced it's a Kirk Hammett riff, but it goes digga down down digga. That riff is great.
It's a pretty good riff, yeah.
And again, why is that great riff in this song? Put it in another song. Sorry for that spit that just came out.
You're very fine.
So, Hate Train, that might be one of the worst song titles in Metallica history.
Fair. The song itself is good, though.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's good, but not great. The intro is fun. The intro is a lot of fun.
Yeah. Honestly, I have nothing but good things to say about Beyond Magnetic. Like, I think Rebel of Babylon is fucking, like, I think that song's fantastic. It's like the slow start and then just it's fucking like rip your head off like fast the entire time. Oh, it's so good. Just a Bullet Away, it's slower, but it's like it's like a military march almost. It's really powerful. And like, stop the voices in my head.
Yeah.
That's a great, like, the fucking pause. I love it. And I have to say, even Hell and Back is, I like the slow start. I like the build up. I like the screaming at the end. The middle part where it's kind of like, almost like My Apocalypse, where it's like, I become two.
We become one.
I love that part, like, where he's like, yeah, and then they just go into the solo. Oh, fuck. Like, honestly, all 4 of those songs are pretty damn good.
I honestly, you give me 4 more songs of that quality, there's an album.
Seriously.
And there's a pretty solid album.
It is what it is, and what it is pretty damn good.
And why I don't seriously take this one serious is because it's an EP. There's only 4 songs.
Yeah.
So it's what it is. Now.
Yeah.
When you get to the top 4, this is
fuck.
This is the big boys. All right.
We ain't shitting around no more.
Nope. Number 4 with a 3.4 rating is And Justice for All.
No, that's a lot of damage.
Emotional damage.
Emotional damage. That's a good clip. I should put that one on here. Okay. I remember we kept saying this. It was funny. You were like, I was like, I really like Blackened. Blackened's a really good song. And you're like, it's a phase. You'll get over it. And I did. It was a phase.
I don't remember the Blackened one, but I do remember when you got into Soldier Side by System.
The Soldier Side phase.
I completely called that one.
Gosh. No, you told me that like your dad had like a Blackened phase, and then like he like got out of it. I think I might be misremembering, but I remember something along those lines.
He got into a Damage Inc. phase, but that's still his No, that's not. Disposable Heroes is his favorite, but he told me he went through a phase where Damage Incorporated was his favorite song for a while. But anyways,
yes.
Injustice, of course. There's no bass.
The mixing on the album is terrible, but the song quality is all around pretty good.
Look, this is what it comes down to. The song quality on Justice is not great, but really good. But the sound quality on Black Album is really good. But what's more important? An album sounding good, but the songs are mid, or the album doesn't sound that good, but the songs themselves are tight. I'm going to take song quality every day of the week. Every day that ends in Y.
That's all of them.
Get that?
That's all
exactly.
of them. Okay, so I agree with you there. I think if the songs are well written and well instrumented, then that's way more important than like if they're recorded properly. But still, it's nice to have them actually sound good on top of being good. That makes any sense? Yeah, but okay, Justice, you got Blackened. It's a good opener. I wouldn't say it's one of their best openers.
Well, let's do the rundown. Let's do it in order. So, Blackened.
It's a good opener, not one of their best openers, but it's still pretty good. I like the middle part where it it's slower and then it kind of riles up again and then it goes to the solo. It's fine. And Justice.
Well, let me get my thing in for Blackened.
Well, fuck you. Yeah, go ahead.
Honestly, everything you said, it's almost switched for me. I don't like the middle part. The middle part completely kills it because the intro with the slow fade in, that part, the first 2 minutes, great. Then it slows down to the halftime, and some of the riffs are cool. Blackened might piss me off the most when it comes to Lars's drumming because he has never, ever come close to repeating any of those drum fills. And when they play Blackened live, they shorten it. I don't know if you noticed that, but they don't play some of those riffs and solos. They cut like 40 seconds out. Why? I'm not sure.
Lars is getting old. His legs don't work so good no more.
But then when the guitar solo, the slower guitar solo is done, and then it speeds up again, then it's great. So it's one of those songs where it's like, this could have been not Battery Part 2, but it could have been great. But instead, I get like 3.5 minutes. And then the other 3 minutes is just, what am I doing? You're wasting my time. What are we doing?
No, what are we doing here? Why'd you even leave the fucking house?
Why'd you even leave the studio, dude? Anyways, Injustice for All, for a title track, kind of a letdown.
Too slow.
I mean, I don't mind the tempo, but once you get to the 5-6 minute mark and they're not going to introduce anything new, that's the time to either wrap it up or just keep going and change and change and change. But there's no finish. It's epic. It's 9 minutes long. I feel very accomplished playing it. It has one of my favorite Lars beats to play. And then the guitar riff on top of that, one of my favorites. And the lyrics are cool. Oh, the justice painted green, money talking. But Ride the Lightning title track, amazing. Master Puppets, amazing. And Justice for All, it's good. It's all right. But that's where I stand. Where do you stand on it?
I think it's just way too slow, and I agree with you there, where it's like it's very repetitive, and it's like, yeah, if you're not introducing something, if you're gonna make a long song, you gotta make it like change within. You gotta
engage the listener, and
it can't just be the same shit over and over. You can't just repeat the first riff, like as the like third, like, you know, pre-chorus, chorus, all that shit. I don't know. It's not a bad song, but it's just
Listen to the live version. They play it a little faster. Actually, they play it a lot faster. It won't save the song, but I think you'll enjoy it more. Then we got Eye of the Beholder.
I like Eye of the Beholder. That one's also kind of slow, but you know, I don't know. I like that it like starts from like a fade in. I like the chorus, like freedom. It's just good. It's fun.
I like it. My favorite part might be the verse and then into the 12/8 time. That one section is the reason why they don't play that song live.
Because it's hard to like time it.
It's not even. I think Lars said it in an interview. I think it throws him off because they played it live in 88, 89 on the Justice tour. But other than that, it's a super simple 4/4 song. I don't know why they don't play it. Fans would love it. If Lars really wanted to do it, he could make that into 4/4. It would kill the song and the section, but it can be done. But outside of that, it's fun to play on drums. It's got a doom and gloom feel to it. And live versions where they play the first minute of it sound really good. But it's all right. It's what it is.
I mean, it's all right.
It's better than Broken
Overrated
Beat
as
Start.
fuck. No,
All right, now we get to one. Not the one, I mean one. You have that drop?
Yeah.
Let me hear that again.
That's why he's the goat.
Honestly, one, you can't go wrong. It is a fantastic song.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking just all the way through. Darkness imprisoning me. It's iconic. It's fucking iconic. You can't to match that magic. It's like you need a genie in a bottle, dude.
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 I know, and I know Zane said his things about it, and I get it too. But the lyrics, you have to summarize very quickly in lyrics. You can't go into details.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, why one is so great is because the lyrics get right to the point. They don't mess around. They don't describe it. They say, look, I'm living in hell. I can't see anything. I can't move. I can't speak. This shit sucks. You know, there's something more powerful when you rip the Band-Aid off rather than let me spin you a yarn. Mm-hmm. The year is 1970 and I stepped on a grenade and it blew my right leg off. And then I stepped on another leg off. Yeah, I don't want that. Get right to the point. Now, when I read the book, I'm sure it's great in that regard too. Mm-hmm. But the song itself, it's great. Did you know this was the first music video they ever made? So this was the very first time people actually got to see Metallica.
I'm going to be honest. I'm not a big fan of the music video, especially the part. I know it's your favorite music video. You said that. I know. I'm not saying it's bad. I just don't like it. Like, I think that it's you're just looking for something to throw right now.
Somebody put
you're getting Mama Said mad, not Sad But True mad.
No, somebody put on Sad But True. I'm going to go break some shit. This is unbelievable.
All I'm saying is that I think that the fact that it actually just shows a dude who's like actually in that predicament, that's cool. I don't like the doctors who are standing over him is like, he'll never walk again. His family doesn't know. I don't like that part. It's not part of the song. Wow. Fuck off.
It's great. It's awesome, especially after in the guitar solo, it's really fast and kicks in. And they're like, what's he saying? And he says, kill me. Over and over again. Kill me. Was there anything you can do? He's a victim of your occupation, not mine, and all this stuff. And the nurse tries to put him out of his misery. Then the general walks back in and stops her. Oh, it's so haunting. It's I don't know for a fact, but it might be my favorite music video of all time. Maybe. I'm not saying it is, but it might be one of my favorites. Well, no, it is, but I don't think it is my favorite.
I can respect it. I can't like it.
Oh, that's fine. I mean, honestly, I'll say this. The beginning is a little slow, and you're like, yeah, okay, whatever. But when the second half kicks in,
you're on the fucking ride, and you ain't getting off till it's done.
And that's kind of how I feel when they show the footage of it, especially when he's like banging his head, and it's SOS, and the nurse is just looking at him. It's just so... I remember the first time I saw it, my dad told me before I watched it, he goes, it made me feel really weird when I watched it. And I'm like, how weird can it be? And I watched it and I'm like, I feel really strange watching this. Like, I almost feel like I take for granted the fact that I can walk and see and do all this stuff. So, yeah, war is bad. Violence is terrible. Okay. Yeah, that's what it was. So, anyways, it's a perfect song for me. I got no complaints. Literally no complaints.
It's
great.
It is a fantastic song.
Now I have to say this: you have one easily like a top 5 Metallica song. How do you follow that up? I love the follow up in Shortest Straw.
Can't go wrong. Can't go wrong with Shortest Straw.
I love Shortest Straw. Ever since I first heard it on Guitar Hero, because I first listened to the album, it didn't really do much for me. But then when I heard it on Guitar Hero, I'm like, I kind of like this, and it's always been one of my go-to songs. It's great.
It's very good. It's fast paced. It's a fun song.
It has the intro to Kirk's solo is one of my favorite intros because it's just so he's hitting the whammy and it just kind of goes all over the place. It goes wow 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 wow, and then he brings it back in. It's just, if they wrote more songs like that throughout their career, they're already my 3rd favorite band, but it really shows you what they could have done if they kept going with it. But they went to Black Album world.
They shit themselves. Anyway, they pooted their skirt. Anyway, after Shortest Straw is Harvester of Sorrow. I like Harvester of Sorrow. It's a very slow song. But I like Harvester of Sorrow.
Language of the bad. I like it.
Mid.
This mid. Yeah, the lyrics are obviously disturbing. It's about a father who hates his family, then he goes crazy and he kills them. But the anger, misery, you'll suffer unto me. It's very haunting, but I do feel it is a little live version. You can kind of let it slide, but the studio version is like, okay, come on, let's pick it up, pick it up.
Haunting is a great way to describe this album. It's got like this, it's got this very specific feeling looming over it, like just some like a bad feeling, but not bad as in the songs are bad, just a bad like foreboding feeling almost.
It's all like doom and gloom.
Yeah.
And you know what? Listen to this. They said when they were writing Injustice for All, they would turn on CNN and watch stories, and one of them inspired Shortest Straw, where McCarthyism, Eye of the Beholder, freedom of speech, Injustice for All. Well, do we really have justice? You need to say, Lady Justice has been raped. I can't believe the price you pay for all this stuff. So a lot of things that they're talking about on that album are political. And a lot of things that they said in 1988 can easily apply to 2023 in terms of freedom of speech, do whatever you want. You can say whatever you want as long as it's what I tell you to say. People just blaming witch hunts, all this stuff. But then you get to like Harvester of Sorrow and Frayed Ends, where that's just classic, people going crazy. There's nothing political about that. And Dyer's Eve. But actually, Frayed Ends of Sanity. This is probably the most proggy Metallica has ever gotten. And it's got some very, very good riffs. But it kind of just ends there for me.
It's once again, it's the Justice problem, where it's kind of like it's a very long song and they don't really change much within it. But what they have there is pretty good. It's all right.
The instrumental part is actually very good because it does keep changing. But again, Lars just showing off his chops of like, oh, I'm just gonna do da do da do da do da do da da do da. Like, I know you're not gonna play this live. I know you can't repeat this. So why are you doing it in the studio? Never again. But it's fun. Everybody loves that intro. It's a good intro.
It's a very good intro.
And there are a lot of good riffs in there. I love the riff after the epic Lars drum fill. It just sounds frantic, and you're about to go crazy. I'm sure this is making me look great, but whatever. Then we go into the biggest miss on the album. Yes. It's just boring. It's 9 minutes of 3 good riffs. And what the intro to Kirk's riff, where it sounds like he's turning the guitar on. That's cool. And the spoken part for Cliff, it does sound cool. Alex knows I've joked about this for many years. Cannot the kingdom of salvation take me home? Yeah. But other than that,
it's
boring.
I have good memories because I remember that one time we were walking around the college campus as we were listening to that, and I gave some dude a cigarette. No, I gave him my lighter, even though I didn't smoke at the time.
Oh, and that's right.
Yeah, and then we both had to go to the bathroom, and we were just walking around with our Dutch bros, just chilling. It was like, I like the memory of that more than I like the song, which is probably telling. But
do you like the idea of To Live Is To Die? Do you like the physical form of To Live Is To Die?
Things, what the fuck?
Thank you. And then we got the album closer, Dyer's Eve, which is
pretty good.
Probably the most intense song, drum-wise, absolutely. The most intense song they've ever recorded.
So much double bass.
Too much double bass. It's way too much.
Dear mother, what have you taken the Xbox One?
Why won't you give me the Wi-Fi password?
It's fuck you.
It's
a good closer. I don't know.
It's too brutal.
Too brutal?
It's too brutal. They made a song that was too brutal for themselves.
Goddamn.
Right?
I don't know. When James Hetfield is going fucking, it just.
Oh yeah,
it's
the lullaby part.
Yeah, he's like, and I've known that fucking goal of the same thing I've always wanted to do, and that's fuck you. I don't know.
And that's
not what he says. I don't know. I don't have much to say about it.
It's fun to play on drums, but you got to warm up for that one.
Don't fucking skip leg day.
No, you can't. Yeah, and you can't play I'll play a few songs, I'll go into it. No. You got to play 12 other songs, and then maybe you can do it. The hell was that?
Oh, I'm just no.
Oh, I thought you were playing a drop.
No.
No.
All right, let's move on.
All right, so we got number 3 with a 3.6, Death Magnetic.
This is where we might bump uglies a little bit.
What does that mean?
Bump uglies means to fuck, but I was just saying that to be funny. We're not actually gonna fuck. That's not how we roll.
Well, let me tell you. Well, would you have Death Magnetic higher on your list?
Yes, probably.
All right, well, I'll tell you why Death Magnetic is where it is.
Okay.
Death Magnetic to me is good song after good song, but nothing really stands out as an all-timer for me. Now, I do have favorites on it, but there's no puppets, there's no one, there's no Ride the Lightning. Long. Yeah, that's my favorite. But it goes back all the way back to what you said about Seek and Destroy. All Nightmare Long is really good, but when I compare it to, the puppets, the one, the Ride the Lightnings, Thing That Should Not Be, Battery, All Nightmare Long just kind of loses value. Still a great song, but there are just other ones. Honestly, dude, I might have Hardwired over All Nightmare Long. I don't know if that's a hot take, but but that's essentially all the negatives for Death Magnetic. This is the comeback from Saint Anger. They nailed it. It's a great album. It's a great listen. Someone described a song on here And it describes the whole album. You ready for this?
Ah.
A riff salad. Most of these songs, it just sounds like, well, we don't want to be repetitive. So let's throw this riff in. Let's throw another one. How about another one? You get a riff, you get a riff, you get a riff. Everybody gets a riff. It's great. You barely get a chance to breathe. And when you do, it's the Unforgiven 3, which we'll get to in a second. So we'll start with the first one. That was Just Your Life.
Good opener.
Got the heartbeat, very ominous, very fast. Not a huge fan of the chorus because it just sounds like battery, especially with the drums. Again, it just kind of sounds like they're kind of ripping themselves off. Not a huge critique, but it's my honest take. I do like the part at the end where it goes. Oh
yeah.
That one's great. You can watch when they're recording that on the Making of Death Magnetic. Kirk is playing that riff, and the way he's smiling and laughing, it almost sounds like he just made that up on the spot, and they loved it and they put it on. I don't know. They were
like, I'm gonna fuck up the album. This is gonna suck, and it ended up being good anyway.
No, this wasn't like Darren sneaking into the studio and turning the guitar up before the album went out. No, this looked like they were actually having fun, and they were playing it, and Kirk was like, hey, watch this. And then he does it, and then it actually fit. I'm not saying that's what happened, but that's what it looks like happened. But and the double bass at the end, of course, Lars doesn't do it live, but in the studio, it's great. It's awesome. What do you think?
That Was Just Your Life. I wouldn't say it's like the best album opener. It's up there. It's a little long for an album opener, I'd say. But you know what? It has good parts. It has good flow. I like the end, how it's very intense. And I do like the beginning, that it's like an ominous heartbeat. Like, imagine you're just listening like chronologically, like to the albums, like all of them, and you just got done with Saint Anger, and you're like, oh Jesus fucking Christ, what's next? And you just hear doom, 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 and you're like, what the fuck? And then all of a sudden it's like, oh wait, are they good again? Oh shit. Like, I don't know. It's good. It's good for two reasons. It's good because it's a decent song, and good because after the fucking trash fire, no pun intended, that was Saint Anger, whether you like some of it or not, I'm sorry, it was basically a trash fire. It's a breath of fresh air. And like, I remember our very first podcast 60 something episodes ago, fucking talking about Mega Man, going from Mega Man 8 to Mega Man 9, breath of fresh air, going back to their roots. So that's what it is.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what it's like. Oh, they're back, and they're doing long songs, and there's guitar solos, and it's riff after riff after riff. And honestly, I think Death Magnetic might be the best drum album. Lars has a bunch of great drum parts in here. So let's go to the end of the line.
I love the end of the line. Fuck that guy on YouTube. Fuck that guy who says that the end of the line is one of the 10 worst Metallica songs. You're a fucking loser, and your mom doesn't love you. And I do not take that back.
You do not take it back.
I'm so.
I don't care. I don't care.
How?
He explains it. Did you watch the video?
I found it hard to stomach after he was like, yeah, we're going through the top. I'm like, fuck off, dude. Just, your mom made Brussels sprouts tonight. Go eat your vegetables, dude. Just, what are you doing in front of a camera?
Oh, wow, dude. I think we have to have we'll talk about this tomorrow.
We have to invite him on the podcast so we can. No, I'm just kidding. But I fucking love the end of the line. I love the part. I love the solo. I fucking love the slow part at the end. The slave becomes the master. It's so fucking good. And how it ramps up again. And I know you agree with me. The only part that's kind of is at the very end where he's like, you've reached the end of the line. And then it like melds into like the guitar tone. Like that's the part that's a little like, boys, what are you doing?
That is like
What do you do? What are we doing here?
that's the Saint Anger ghost making their ugly appear in their here. That I can't really. That's like, am I off? Am I out of frame?
Your shoulder's like a little bit in.
Okay, hold on. This will be worth it.
Okay, I
All right,
believe you.
Am I out of frame?
You are out of frame, yes.
Okay, so when you hear lying, that's the Saint Anger ghost going like this. That's like they're coming back, but you did the exorcism, so they're not officially back. But they did peek their head in, like, hey,
Remember me? No, but they're
no
just
bitches?
lucky. No bitches. No defense. No. I gotta tell you. I gotta fucking tell you. They're so lucky that like the rest of the song is so badass.
Yeah.
I can forgive that one part because the rest of the song is just like so fucking cool. And I don't care what anybody says. I think it's a fantastic song. I don't give a shit what anybody says.
When I first listened to Death Magnetic when I was younger, I liked the end of the line through Cyanide, and the rest of the album, it took a while to grow on me. So with that said, end of the line made the cut. I do like end of the line. I like listening to it more than playing it. Playing it is just very boring, if I'm being honest. It's fun, but it's one of those things where it's like, hey, can you teach me how to play drums? But they already know how to play. I would show them end of the line. Like, okay, we'll go into that. Broken, Beaten, Scarred.
We already talked about it.
Well, I just want to say a couple other things. The intro is weird. It's yeah. That sounds cool. It's never repeated again. It's almost like, wait, what was that thing you just played? That maybe sounded cool.
Those were the croutons on the riff salad.
No, that was the salt packets that you grab and you go, oh, okay, well, there we go, and you throw it away. But the double bass is cool. The chorus is cool. It kind of gets you pumped up.
Show your cock.
Memes. Oh, I said memes.
We have the spectrum there.
Yeah. And the instrumental part for Broken Bean Scarred is actually good. I'll give it that.
Look, it's not a horrible song. It's just I think it's one of the most forgettable songs on that album.
It's the weakest song on the album. Absolutely. And then
next.
Then we go to Day That Never Comes.
One of my favorite Metallica songs of all time. I don't know why I'm doing the Spock. I just am.
The Spock?
Live Long and Prosper.
Well, this was your favorite at one point in time.
Oh, fuck, dude. Like, I fucking... Oh, my God. Like, I like the beginning half more than the second half, but I just fucking love that song so much.
Dude, the beginning part is the best part.
The day that never comes. I love the part. I love the part, but after the first chorus, was no, the sunshine never comes. It's so melancholic, but it's like it's so fucking good. Like I just love it. I love it. And you hear the bass. It's like do do do, like you know comes up. You can hear it for a little bit. Oh fuck, dude. God, I love that song. And the second half is great too. I love all of it. It's just I don't know, just the beginning of it, like just for me, it just hooked me like instantly, which is how like I don't know, it sounded beautiful to me. It
sounds tragically beautiful. Like like you're watching this beautiful person, but oh shit. I only got 9 minutes left on this thing before it dies.
Oh shit.
Hold on. You're gonna have to. I'm gonna go get the charger so I can plug this in. Keep talking. I'll be right back.
Not only do I not have the commentary, I don't even know what to say. Welcome to the Korn segment. I really don't know what else to say. I guess I could point this out, even though it's not really Metallica related. I finally put up some wall decorations. We had a few podcasts, and all that's been behind me is this beige-ass wall. But as you can see, It's the 8 Robot Masters from Mega Man 5. They are in boss order. It's flipped because this camera is mirrored, obviously. But, yeah, they're all made of Lego. 1x1 flat tiles on 32 by 32 baseboards. And they're Velcroed to the wall. And I gotta tell you, I fucking love those things. I spent an entire night building them. Doing mosaics like that is always fun. It's just a fun time for all. I enjoy like stupid little hobbies like that. It's fun. Anyway, Stone's back, so I gotta adjust the camera. Oh shit. How did I have it before? It was like... There we go. That should be fine. Yeah, there we go. That's good.
Alright, I'm back. We're good.
Hell yeah, brother.
I can go all night.
What?
So what'd you say while I was gone?
I was just pointing out the Mega Man things on my wall.
Oh,
I
right
was
on.
explaining those, yeah.
Well, anyways, Day That Never Comes is a great song to listen to,
It's so fucking good.
but I gotta tell you, playing it on drums, kind of boring.
I can see it.
Whoa, say something?
Hello?
Oh, now I can hear you. That's weird.
Balls. All right.
I mean, the ending is very cool, but I remember when I played it and covered it, I remember playing it, I'm thinking to myself, this is it?
That's
Kind of
it.
boring. Seriously. But then it goes into All Nightmare Long, which is easily my favorite. It's got the best riff on the album. Oh, that sounds great. That sounds like there's a group of people leaving their cottage homes at 10 o'clock at night, and they're going to go out and they're going to hunt down some creature. I don't know what I'm looking at, but it's good. It's great.
Is All Nightmare Long the next one? I'm sorry, someone's asking me for money.
Yeah.
That sounds so mean when I say it like that. I don't mean it like that. It's a buddy of mine. Something happened with his car and he needs some help. So I'm just messaging him.
I almost want to put that as a drop where it's just like...
I said it in such a bad way. I don't mean that. Hey, if you're watching this, I don't mean that at all, man. Like...
No, it just came out of nowhere. It's like, sorry, it's All Nightmare Long next. A friend of mine's asked me for money. It just came... Makes no sense.
I should actually write that down. I don't want to put his name in here. I don't want to, like, fucking...
I was a little surprised you said his name.
I shouldn't have said his name. Like, I don't want to... Oh, fuck.
You write it down.
I'm gonna write it down, yeah.
I hate the government.
I hate the government. That's every Megadeth song ever written. All right, it's at like 1:32. Yeah, I'll censor his name.
An hour and 32? That's it?
Yeah, we're at an hour and 33 minutes right now.
Wow. I thought we'd been going on longer than that.
Anyway, All Nightmare Long. Yeah, it does kind of feel like a witch hunt song. It's good.
Oh, it's great.
Scratching my fucking goiter. That's become one of our favorite words.
Not mine.
Not ours. I meant like the group.
The group. Yeah, the group. All Nightmare Long, James said, is about, I think, an H.P. Lovecraft story where these creatures constantly hunt after you, and you can't even escape them going to sleep because they can still hunt you in your nightmares or something. It sounds badass as hell. I'd have to find what the story is. And he also said something interesting too. That chorus was from the Saint Anger sessions.
God damn.
So there was some good that came out of Saint Anger. Just that was the only one. I'm sorry, James, if you're watching this, but you know the critical reception to Saint Anger.
I'll say that All Nightmare Long is probably the most iconic song on that album, for better or for worse.
I think Day That Never Comes is. That's all anyone ever talks about with the album.
Balls. Anyway, I like it. I think it's an alright song. I like the fact that it's like it feels sneaky. It's like a sneaky song. It's like you're hiding in the shadows and then you pounce to attack. It's a cool song.
Honestly, when they play it live, you need to move back up here so we can watch more movies and concerts together. But
fucking I want to.
Well, it's gonna happen.
It'll happen
They-
eventually.
They play All Nightmare Long on one of their DVDs, and I won't say the effect they do. It's not huge, but it's a very subtle thing.
Mm-hmm.
They enunciate one point of the song, and it's like so badass. I'm not gonna say what it is, and I don't want you to look it up because I want to see your reaction. But it's great, and it's very satisfying to play on drums. So satisfying.
Next is Unforgiven 3, correct?
No, Cyanide.
Fuck, I like Cyanide.
Cyanide is one of my favorite songs to play on drums, probably of all time, if I'm being honest.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of don't like the middle where it's like a concrete angel
Riding down. That part's great.
Upon the grave that swallows. It's not bad. It's just I'm not a huge fan of it. I think it's a fine enough song. It's a good song.
The drums throughout, especially in the middle part, are just they're great. It's so simple but just active. It just makes you, ironically, it's called Cyanide, but it gives me energy. So, and like I said, it's one of my favorite, not just Metallica songs to play on drums, but songs period. Like if someone were to say, play me a song right now, I'd probably do Cyanide. I don't have to warm up for it. I can do it right now. There's double bass. Everybody loves double bass. It's got fills. It's got the stop and goes and then go. It's great. I don't know what you could ask for.
Decent, very good song. Next is Unforgiven 3, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I'm a level with you. Unforgiven 3 is the best Unforgiven, and if anyone has any fucking qualms with me, fight me in the fucking street.
Well, I agree. You know, I don't disagree with that.
How could he know this
new dog's life would change his life forever?
It's so, God, like, fuck, the intro, like, you can say what you want about the piano intro. I think it's a fantastic intro.
Well, you know what it is? You need a break. You just had 6 songs that just kicked your ass. You need a breather. And the piano, yeah, it does sound like a Western. I like the piano, but like the background orchestra, it's fine for setting the mood and everything.
Once that kicks in, though, the do like you're like, oh fuck yeah, here we go. Like the piano part is you getting into the roller coaster. The do is you going up the slope, and then when how does he know this? It's like when you're going down the slope, like the first drop of the roller coaster. It's cool.
Yeah, but the peak. Honestly, this might have one of the best, you know, like building, and then just biggest payoff. It's in the middle part where he goes, the mid part where he goes, forgive me not, and he just keeps repeating it, and it starts quiet. They break it down, then they slowly build it up in not tempo, but just in loudness, in volume. And it just ends with James screaming, "Why can't I forgive me?" And it's just so satisfying to listen to, because I've been kind of in a not so great headspace the last week or so, and I've listened to Unforgiven 3 like 10 times in a few days. And I gotta tell you, it's completely satisfying to listen to.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did just put on deodorant. Fuck you. Anyway, continue.
Well, that's essentially, it's my favorite Unforgiven. We joke that they're going to make Unforgiven 4, but I don't think they will. And I think this is a satisfying end to the trilogy. And it's a very haunting song to listen to, but I think it's a necessary song, because I think every person at one point has asked someone to forgive them. And they've also asked themselves, why can't I forgive myself? Look at us having deep conversations about Metallica at 1:31 in the morning on a Friday morning.
It's just a fucking good song, mate. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
Mate?
Yeah, mate. After that is
Judas Kiss.
I like Judas Kiss.
You know, remember what I said before?
Decide this vow. I become your new meme now.
Judas Kiss is almost reminiscent of Frayed Ends, where it's a little proggy because it's like it's all over the place, and it has, again, it's a great drum song. It's one of my favorites to play. It has a great drum beat in the verse. The chorus is fun. It's a little, but this is the problem with songs like Judas Kiss, where you're like, yeah, it's good, I like it, and then you move on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not praising it. I'm not saying I dislike it. I like it. I enjoy it. But that's kind of it. Like, I don't go back and listen to Judas Kiss as much as I do Hardwired, All Nightmare Long, Dream No More, Spit Out the Bone, Battery. I listen to those songs more, so obviously those songs are better. Judas Kiss is still good, but it's not in the 4 level. I gave Judas Kiss a 3.5 out of 5.
I think it is honestly like it's got some fun riffs.
Mm-hmm.
As do most of the songs. You can say that about most of them. They have a lot of fun riffs.
Riff salad.
And like, I don't know, like, I really like the chorus, the Judas Kiss, and how it's like it's like minor key. It feels unique to me, almost.
You know what's unique to me in that song? I've always enjoyed it. Was in the middle part, just almost out of nowhere, you just hear James go, "Judas lives, recites his vow. I become your new god now." It just comes out of nowhere, 2 lines, then he's gone, and then he comes back like a minute and a half later when it's all quiet. Yeah, it's honestly a very unique Metallica song in the sense that it just doesn't really sound like anything they've done, because it sounds, when I say proggy, I don't mean Dream Theater, so don't jump on my ass about that. But like you said, the and then the drum part after that, it's just these weird stop and goes, and it's really fast, and it slows down to that slow do 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 boom do 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 and then it speeds back up again. It just goes all over the place in a great way.
Mm-hmm.
Now, with that said, when you go into the next song, Suicide and Redemption, I hated this song when I first listened to it when I was younger, because it's almost 10 minutes long. I remember listening to it on my iPod, and I looked at my iPod and it said 2 minutes had passed by, and I'm like, how has only 2 minutes gone by?
It feels like an hour. Fuck.
So it took
something with that mama said anger.
Yeah, that's what I did. It took me a while to get into Suicide and Redemption, but I'm all in on it. In fact, I listened to it a couple nights ago. That to me is literally riff salad. That's just one after another, after another, after another, and there's a bunch of great drum parts scattered throughout, and they've only played it live twice.
Wasn't there that one time where they tried to play it and they kept fucking it up?
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that video. It's so fun to watch. The first time they played it live, they nailed it practically note for note, and Lars did a great job.
Oh, Jesus, sorry. Dead skin on my lips. Anyway, my bad. That's kind of gross, but you do what you have to do. I think, honestly, if I'm being real, I think that Suicide and Redemption is probably Metallica's weakest instrumental.
Worse than To Live Is To Die?
I think I like To Live Is To Die a little bit more.
That is shocking.
I think I like it a little bit more just because it's more... I don't know. It just... I don't know. Suicide and Redemption kind of feels like kids on their fucking skateboards going down the street at night. Like, yeah, fuck the cops. But like fucking... To Live Is To Die feels like a guy, like a Spanish guy with like a curly mustache and like wearing like a corsage and shit. He's sitting on top of like a brick wall in like this city plaza, like late at night. Like the lights are still on, so there's still some light, but there's not many people. And he's just like sitting there with his guitar, just playing, like lamenting. You know, something. There's something more romantic about, and I don't mean romantic necessarily in like a, oh, lovey-dovey type way, but I kind of more mean like a, I don't know, just something about the aura of To Live Is to Die that I like a little bit more than Suicide and Redemption.
Maybe what you're saying, because I feel this way, To Live Is to Die, there's a theme. Call of Cthulhu, there's a theme, there's an idea. Orion, there isn't really a theme. It's just a bunch of great riffs put together. Suicide and Redemption, with a song title like that, you'd think there'd be something, but honestly, it just kind of sounds like literally, hey, here's 10 riffs. Now let's work on the transitions in between and put it all together. That's not a bad thing.
You nailed it on the fucking head.
What?
You nailed it on the fucking head.
Oh, all right, thank you. But like I said, it's not a bad thing at all. And I'm more of a, I do love themes. In fact, if you remember, I covered To Live Is to Die. I did a whole theme. It was filmed in black and white and color. I was wearing different stuff and everything. But Suicide and Redemption, like you said, it just sounds like, let's just jam and rock out, man. Let's call it Suicide and Redemption. Put it out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
All right. But
yeah, I don't know. It's not one of my favorites, but it's not bad. It's definitely not bad. It's definitely good.
I do love that main riff. And then the picking lead. It sounds so big and towering and epic. It is fun. I will say, though, if people listen to that and are like, it's too long and boring, I totally get it.
10-minute instrumentals are not for everybody.
That is true.
My Apocalypse. Holy goddamn dog shit. This fucking closer. What a fucking banger.
I gotta tell you, I think My Apocalypse might be one of the most fun Metallica songs they've ever written. And
so
I mean fun,
fucking good.
When I say fun, I mean like you're smiling, you're having fun, you're enjoying it. The guitar solo, especially when it goes, it like leads in and Kirk just goes right in. It might be the best solo on the record.
I fucking love the part in the middle. Go!
Go! That's Kirk's riff too.
Tossing body, mannequin, spilling blood, bleeding gas. Yeah, it's fun to sing. It's fun to hum. It's fun to listen to. It's fun to play. Fun to play with, not to eat.
The chorus itself too. So we cross that line. It's just like that's the quickest chorus.
Total eclipse. Oh,
suffer unto my apocalypse.
Oh,
yeah,
it's so good.
But I gotta tell you, it kicks your ass on drums.
It is, I can imagine. And honestly, if I'm going to say it right here, right now, it is the best closer. Right. It is the best closing song to any of their albums. Better than Spit Out the Bone. I will say it's better than Spit Out the Bone, even though I love Spit Out the Bone. Better than Damage Inc. Damage Inc. is really good, but I'm sorry. I don't know, man. I know that's a hot take, and I know most Metallica people are going to be like, you're a fucking idiot, but I can't, in good consciousness, myself, say that.
Boy, I don't know, man. I mean, when you think about it, it's not that shocking, but because All Within My Hands.
Call of Cthulhu is pretty good. Call of Cthulhu is pretty good.
It is because it has an outro. But yeah, My Apocalypse is just. In fact, I've been listening to My Apocalypse a lot recently. There's just something about it where it's heavy metal, but it's just fun sounding. Now it's funny. It's called Apocalypse, and there's spilling blood, leading gas. You know, just a bunch of weird lyrics. I also like the lyrics right before the double bass kicks in, where it's like, what makes me drift a little bit closer? Dead man takes the steering wheel. Pop, pop. You know, those lyrics, again, don't make any sense, but they sound really cool and they're fun to sing. Mm-hmm. It's not one of their best songs, but it's one of the most fun songs. And they don't write a lot of fun songs. They write a lot of serious. Zane summarized it. They write about death a lot. And death isn't fun. Death. But the difference between Metallica and Slayer is they literally don't say death. They sing about it, but they don't say it all the time.
They don't say it that much, yeah.
Yes.
But I gotta tell you, man. Death Magnetic, the numbers, they might show that it's like It's up there for me.
Well,
I don't know.
Well, let's get to number 2.
Number 2.
3.8 is Ride the Lightning.
Ride the Lightning underneath Master of Puppets, I can
Yeah.
agree with.
Yes. That's the general consensus among most Metallica fans. It's Puppets, Lightning, and Justice. Those are typically the cliche Metallica fans' big 3. Or any one of those 3. Lightning, Puppets, Justice, Justice, Puppets, one of those. Very rarely will you see like Black Album and then Puppets, or Kill 'Em All, then Puppets. It happens. You just don't see it very often.
Mm-hmm.
So Fight Fire with Fire. Very deceiving intro. If you've never listened to any Metallica song ever, you hear that acoustic guitar in the beginning, you think this is very pretty. And boy, are you sorely mistaken. My dad told me, because you got to remember, this came out in 1984.
Mm-hmm.
Music didn't sound like this. So someone brought the tape of Ride the Lightning into school, and my dad listened to it, and he said he was scared when he heard Fight Fire with Fire, because they're singing about Armageddon. We all shall die. Fight fire with fire. And music was not played that fast. They didn't sing lyrics like that. It was a game changer in the sense that Kill 'Em All dabbled in, Ride the Lightning dove into the deep end.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're talking about Fade to Black. It's Suicide, Creeping Death, The Bible Story, Trapped Under Ice, Ride the Lightning, Electric Chair. This is the album
Escape.
that really... And then we'll get to Escape. But this is the album that really... Their balls dropped.
They hit their stride.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So again, Fight Fire with Fire.
Pretty damn good. You can't go wrong with Fight Fire with Fire.
Weirdly enough, I can play that song without warming up. I don't know what it is about it, but it's a really fun song to play.
I don't really like. This is just a me thing, but when it's like do on to others, like the beat kind of gets like mixed up in my head. So it's supposed to be like like at some point it like feels like it changes like the time signature. I know it doesn't, but like in my head, like it's hard to describe what that phenomenon is. There must be a term for it, but I'm not too musically inclined. I'm sure like there's one Mega Man song that like has the same kind of thing where it plays the same riff over and over again, but when you hear it more and more and more, it kind of sounds like a different riff. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like almost like what I'm trying to say.
I mean, it's all maybe like if you say the same word over and over and over again, you're gonna stutter.
Kind of, yeah.
That's what it kind of is, yeah.
But Fight Fire with Fire, chef's kiss. Good.
Well, that's a chef's kiss. The next song, Ride the Lightning, is like a chef's kiss, because this is one of the rare songs on Ride the Lightning that Dave Mustaine got a songwriting credit for. It's simple. It's about the electric chair. The lyrics are to the point. There's a sense of urgency. The music is great. It's got one of Kirk's best guitar solos. It goes on forever. And I got to tell you, my favorite part in that song is in the guitar solo when it goes, when there's that ring out, and then it goes, wow, 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 wow. That thing, to me, that sounds like someone flipping the switch and you getting electrocuted, and now you're just going crazy.
That's probably what they were going for, honestly.
And they nailed it, because again, it's heavy metal, and back in the day, it's like, well, the electric chair, that's pretty fucking metal if you ask me.
Nailed it.
It's fun to play on drums. It's not too fun. It's pretty basic, but the double bass part is always a classic, and it's fun to listen to. I think it's my mom's favorite Metallica song. I think
it's not one of my favorites off the album, but it's still really good.
Well, also we like it because of the Kirk Hammett. Where's Ride the Lightning? We like it because of that too.
Wait, hold on.
No, you didn't.
Where's Ride the Lightning?
Oh, I thought you played the drop.
No, I don't have it. I should get it. Anyway,
well.
next one. For whom the bell tolls, motherfucker. For whom the bell tolls. Fresh piece of fucking pound cake. Fucking. Oh God. I'm sorry, Zane. Zane doesn't really like. Well, I don't even know if he necessarily said he didn't like it, but he was kind of just like, it takes too long to actually start the song. Which
Well, I think like the vocals kicking in.
Yeah. And I think that couldn't be farther from the truth, man. The fucking with the fucking like the guy in the background with the hitting the bell with the fucking make us fight.
Make us fight. Yeah, I think that this is one of those songs where the S&M version really amplified it. If you were to say the vocals in Harvester's Sorrow take too long to kick in, I get that. But yeah, this is the exception to the rule, man. I mean, this is just epic beyond epic. I'm a little tired of it because I've been listening to it for so long. So imagine how our parents feel. They've been listening to this since 1984.
Mm-hmm.
But the lyrics are great. It's an epic song title, Ernest Hemingway, of course. And this paved the way. Da 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 down. It's basic. Here's a funny story. So, when Cliff Burton passed away, and they were having auditions for bassist, Les Claypool Primus was a childhood friend and still is a friend of Kirk Hammett's. So Kirk Hammett at the time gave "Ride the Lightning" to Les Claypool, and he said he was a carpenter at the time, so he would listen to it in the morning to wake him up when he was taking a shower. So when they were holding auditions, Les Claypool, of course, got the invite. And you've seen Primus. I've shown you Les Claypool.
We've seen them play.
Yeah, but I mean, you've actually seen up close footage of his fingers. The guy's one of the best bassists in the world. So he auditions, and I read that one of the songs they played was "For Whom the Bell Tolls." But Les didn't know there was that bass solo in the beginning, all right? So Lars counts in, and, they hit the notes, and Les isn't playing anything. And James, looks over angrily at Les. And Les, being all goofy, he's like, "What?" And Kirk leans over, and he's like, "You're supposed to play bass there." And Les goes, "There's bass there?"
Oh, God.
He didn't know. And we joked that James was probably so mad at Les and everything. And obviously he didn't make it. That's fine. He's got his own thing with Primus. He's just way too good. But he also wanted to fit in. So every time I listen to From the Bell Tolls, I just think of them playing it and Les just standing there, just kind of
jiving. He's waiting for his cue to come in.
There's bass there? It's so funny. But let's go to the next one. This is a very powerful and personal song for a lot of people, and Fade to Black. And if you don't know what it is...
It's really good. I know a lot of people say that's when Metallica sold out. Fuck you. Go suck on your mother's teat. I don't know what to say to that. No, but shut up. It's a good song.
It really is. And this is one of the first... Lars even said, when they wrote this and metal fans heard acoustic guitar, he said there was a nuclear meltdown among metal fans. But again, this paved the way for The Unforgiven, for The Thing That Should Not Be. These power ballads are rooted in songs like this. Not saying this was the first, but this is one of the first mainstream examples of a slow opening with acoustic guitar. And they're talking about suicide. And they also wrote this song because their gear got stolen, and James sat down and he wrote the lyrics because all of his guitars and amps were stolen. So there's that. And it's a bummer too, because at the end of the song, he just says, "I'll just say goodbye." So there's no happy ending. And the music sounds so sad. And there's a double bass and the guitar solo. It is actually one of their more emotional songs. And I will honestly even say that's a fact. It's really hard to deny that when you listen to it.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
And and also that guitar riff in the middle. Woo! Gotta tell you, man, gives you chills.
Makes my Buckhole put. I meant to say butthole pucker, but I just forget it. Just fucking forget it.
I'm over here like
delete that, cut it out.
Just spilling my guts and saying this is a personal song. It's like, Alex, what do you think? It's like, it makes my butthole hurt.
It makes my butthole hurt.
There's a recording of them playing this. What was that?
That was the fucking, you know, in like Kitchen Nightmares when Gordon Ramsay's like, "It's raw."
No,
like they pan over to like one of the fucking chefs and they're cooking a rat in like a fucking pan. It's like that's the sound effect.
I don't watch Gordon Ramsay, so I'm gonna have to take your word on that one, Chief.
Okay, no, we're not doing that.
That's how we end the show. I get up.
I get off, and then we close the podcast. Yeah, no. Let's get it moving. We're at 2 hours right now. This is a long one.
Yeah, so let's try to go a little faster.
Yeah,
Trapped Under Ice.
Really good. Love the energy.
One.
Love the energy.
It's great. Escape. This was the record label telling them they want a single, so this is what they wrote.
That's fucking embarrassing.
They never played it live until 2012, and they probably will never play it live ever again. It's all right. It's fun. It makes you feel good.
It's such a fucking whatever song on such a good album. Like,
it's probably the weakest link.
It's the runt of the litter.
Yeah, and then Creeping Death.
Oh.
A plus, perfect song, and the best part is it's literally a story in the Bible. Now, of course, they wrote the lyrics for it and everything like that, but it's amazing when you read some stories in the Bible and how violent they are. Mm-hmm. So Metallica took that. See, Slayer would just say, whatever. They all
died! They died because of death! Death!
But Metallica turned it into a very badass metal song, and it's just perfect. It's my dad's favorite Metallica song. And one story, I gotta say this. The middle part, the Die By My Hand part, that riff.
Die by my balls. I reach across the halls.
Give you a reach around.
Hell yeah.
But that was Kirk Hammett's riff, and he had that when he was in his previous band, Exodus. Then when he got hired with Metallica, he took that riff with him. And that's one of the best riffs in Metallica history. Everybody loves that riff. Everybody loves that part. Kirk came up with that riff, the riff for Enter Sandman. He's come up with a lot of great parts.
Which is sad that they keep treating him like the kid in a divorce.
Yeah, that's another video for another time. But the part I want to say is when they were playing in the 80s and when my dad saw them, keep in mind, this was back with no phones, no posting or anything like that. You saw a show and you literally saw the show. He said being in the crowd when the whole crowd was chanting "Die" over and over and over again was a really cool and scary feeling. And I just feel like you can't recreate that now because everyone wants to get it on their phone. They don't want to move. They want to get the picture. Nobody's doing it nearly as much. And the Seattle concert in 88 or 89 when they play this with Jason's backing vocals, it's perfect. It's one of the best metal songs of all time. It just is.
I like how Egyptian it sounds. Like, it's weird that, like, just by playing a few notes, you can, like, make us... Like, I don't know if people get mad about this, and they're just like, oh... Like, at the end where it's like... Like, it just sounds like an Egyptian riff. Like, you're in the fucking... Like, you're in the pyramids. And, like...
I can see that.
I don't know why... I don't know. A lot of people on Twitter... because obviously it's fucking Twitter. Like, they get mad. It's like, oh, whenever they have an Egyptian character, they play like the... But it's like, it's just what it is. Like, you can't help. But like, and what's wrong with a song sounding Egyptian? Like, there could be a song that sounds American. There's a song that can sound European. That's just what the song is. It's not meant to be like racist. I guess they mean like when they use it in a show to like introduce a character like that, but I don't fucking know. Like, I just think the music's cool. Like, Fuck
The
off.
music's great. Yeah, the music is, again, fairly simple, but sometimes simple is the best. When you overthink it, when you make it too complex, it gets lost in the mix. But when you just go da 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 now, da 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 now, da 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 da, it's not hard. They're downpicking that, but it's not hard to wrap your mind around. And let's get to the last one, Call of Cthulhu. This is my second favorite instrumental. I gave it a 3.5 because I don't listen to this one very often. And my biggest thing is it's too repetitive in the middle. There's just not much going on.
I can see that, yeah.
But the intro's great. When you first hear those riffs, the chorus is great. The ending is great. It has a great outro. It's the best outro for their instrumentals. And it's a great outro for the album. And I was so disappointed when I read this, but years ago, when it said Cthulhu, and I'm like, that looks weird. So I looked it up, and it's obviously based on Cthulhu, the character created by H.P. Lovecraft. Mm-hmm. And I've read about it, and I'm like, okay, Cthulhu. If you say his name or think it, he gets closer to you. And then I read they spelled the name wrong on the album purposely so he doesn't get closer to you. And I'm like, that is really cool. They're buying in, they're selling it to their fans. Well, just a month ago, I read and that wasn't the case. They spelt it because it's easier to say it like that and it's harder to say it the other way.
What the fuck, Kirk?
It's
not even his decision, but like, I don't know.
Yeah, Kirk making decisions in Metallica, they would never allow that. But I'm just saying. But with that said, it's got some great leads, some great solos, and great riffs. But the middle verses are just too repetitive for me.
You know what? I'll say it is repetitive, but it rocks you. It rocks your socks, and like, it's a great album closer.
Mm-hmm.
The end when they're just like da 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 da. It's good, so good. It's a great way to end it off.
It's very fun to play on drums, but oh my god, it's going to be a bitch to learn because Lars I'm really going to change it up every fill I do. So I'm essentially learning what he made up on the spot. It's going to be a disaster trying to learn. But
have you never played it?
Oh, no, I can play it, but if I want to cover it, I have to learn exactly what he does. Mm-hmm. So you're learning something, what somebody came up with on the spot. It's way more complicated. That's why I don't cover Van Halen that often, because Alex Van Halen is literally coming up with this stuff as he goes, and it triggers me.
Yeah.
But, so let's go to the last one. Now, get this. Obviously, it's Master of Puppets. Listen to this.
Obviously.
Ride the Lightning got a 3.8 out of 5. Okay? Master Puppets got a 4.5. That's a huge lead.
What the fuck?
And I'll tell you why. Battery, Master Puppets, Thing That Should Not Be, all 5 out of 5. Perfect. There's not a single thing I'd change about any one of those songs.
I wouldn't change anything about any of them either.
I mean, Battery is just a great acoustic opener. It fills you with a bunch of energy. It's a lot of fun to play on drums. That used to be the last song I'd play on drums when I was done, playing. And I'd always play the live version because it's a billion times faster. Master of Puppets, Drug Addiction, Cocaine in particular, probably the best metal song ever written. It's heavy, it's 8 minutes long, it's epic, it's sad, it's very powerful. The solo's great. This girl covered Master Puppets on piano and played the whole thing, including the solo. You gotta look it up, it's incredible. And The Thing That Should Not Be, I've always loved this one. It's so slow and haunting and demonic sounding, and the lyrics are probably his best in terms of just being dark and disturbing. And if they play Thing That Should Not Be live when we see them in September, I will actually scream myself hoarse.
That's my response. And then, Welcome Home.
Well, let me hear your thoughts on those really quick.
Okay, well, Battery. I enjoy Battery. Who doesn't enjoy Battery? I don't know. I think it might be like Smoke on the Water syndrome, where it's like you hear that song so many fucking times that you're just like, okay, I get it. Doesn't mean it's a bad song, but I'm just kind of sick of it.
What, Puppets?
No, Battery.
Oh, okay.
Battery. Like, I don't know. Battery's like, it's a good song. Don't get me wrong. It's a great song. Don't get me wrong. But like, you know, Smoke on the Water is a good song too, but you listen to any song like a million bajillion times that isn't necessarily your favorite song, and you kind of go like, all right, you know, I get it. That's kind of how I feel about Battery.
Okay.
I respect it. It's really good. But like, for me, it's not one of the all-timers. You're like, yes. Another reason to kill Alex. No.
I'm contemplating murder over here.
I'm about to get Mama Said angry.
Yes.
Puppets, what is there to say? Yes, it is one of the best metal songs ever written. Possibly the best metal song ever written. It's got its ups and downs. It sounds great. It feels great. Solos are great. The riffs are great. The lyrics are great. Everything about it is just a fucking A+. Knock it out of the fucking park. There's really nothing bad you can say about it. And if there is, then you're stupid and shut up. The thing that should not be very fun, very mysterious. I love the beginning of the third chorus, like when it's like playing the guitar in the background. It's like wailing in the background, but it's like echoey. So it kind of feels like damned souls like trying to like reach for you. It's so cool. And
mysterious is the word I was forgetting. So thank you.
That which eternal lie, stranger eons, death may die, drain you of your sanity, face the thing that should not be. Fucking poetry.
That's what I'm saying.
I know they got it from the writing of H.P. Lovecraft. That's basically quoting it, like not that which eternal lie. Yeah, but still so fucking good.
I mean, think about it. That's why I think I told you this a couple weeks ago. But those lyrics, they're so simple. I went up to a worker, a coworker, and I looked at him. I was like, "Hey, just remember, stranger eons, even death may die." And he goes, "What?" And I walked away. But you think about it, death may die. I mean, think about it, death may die. It doesn't get more metal than that. It's just, it's great. It honestly, I would teach that song in the class of how to write a slow, sludge themed metal song of like, this is how you do it, where you don't sound like garbage. But
Sanitarium, I'm gonna be honest, probably the weakest on the album. In my opinion, in no way is it bad.
I do like this one a lot. It's very disturbing, especially with it being based on One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. The chorus is okay. I've never really been a huge fan of it. It's probably the weakest part for me, but I mean, that second half when that guitar solo, or not even the solo, the riff kicks in where it's just chugging and down picking.
I do like the fact that like the second half of the song is different than the first half. Like,
oh, completely.
They don't go back to the first riff, like the first. Yeah, they change it up near the end, and it works. It's cool, but I don't know. Like, you compare it to the other ones on the album, and it's just like Cthulhu, some crazy guy in an asylum.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't like a song about going crazy? Harvester of Sorrow, thing that should not be. But also, Sanitarium has just downright disturbing lyrics. You know, kill is such a friendly word. I mean, you can't say that at the bus station without someone giving you weird looks. I mean, you could probably get the cops called on you for, you know how you sing lyrics to yourself under your breath? Well,
yeah.
You can't sing Welcome Home Sanitarium. You get the cops called on you. I mean, or you'll get fired from your job. Because you can't talk about like, I got some death to do, mirror stares back hard, kill, it's such a friendly word, seems the only way for reaching out again. You can't do that.
Yeah.
Then the guitar solo is great. The ending sounds sad. It sounds like you're going away forever. Or like it, I won't spoil the movie, but I do like it, but it's not the weakest song. That comes later on the album.
Leper Messiah?
Maybe. But
Maybe.
After that, Welcome Home, we get Disposable Heroes.
Fuck, favorite song off the album. No fucking question. No fucking question.
It's my dad's favorite on the album. I gotta tell you, the only reason why I gave it a 4.5 is at the end of the song when they go back into the pre-chorus, it does feel a little like slightly repetitive, but the lyrics are great. Metallica writes great anti-war songs. I mean, this one, For Whom the Bell Tolls.
Honestly, I get what you mean. When you say pre-chorus, you mean like Soldier Boy, made of clay. I can agree with that, except the last one that they do, the third time.
Really?
You can really hear James Hetfield. You can really hear him like screaming his lungs out. Like, it's like, finished here. But then the last one is like, finished here. Like at greetings, death. You know, he's like really like getting into it a lot more than he was in the other ones. And I fucking love, I love Disposable Heroes.
It's got, it could be one of the best choruses, especially with the back to the front. And again, they're very simple. They're very direct. You will do what I say when I say back to the front. And then it gets better. You will die when I say you must die back to the front. You coward, you servant, you blind man. I like how he kind of says that while laughing.
You blind man. Like he's making fun of him.
Yeah, that's what it is. He's laughing at you because the general stands in the back.
Fuck, it's so good.
It really is.
Thematically, instrumentally, like just it fucking.
It kicks your ass in a way that maybe
I'm listening to that as soon as we end this podcast. I hope you know.
I honestly, you could make the argument Disposable Heroes packs a bigger punch than Master of Puppets.
Did I put that in my top 5? It's definitely in my top 10. Hold on.
I think you did.
It is my top 5. It's number 5.
Okay. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I love Disposable Heroes, dude.
It's fun to play on drums.
Yeah, my top 5 might piss off some people, but I'll go ahead and say it. 5, Disposable Heroes. 4, Rebel of Babylon. 3, The Day That Never Comes. 2, My Friend of Misery. And 1, Orion.
It's a mixture of that makes sense and you're just trying to be that guy.
You're a contrarian, bud.
Okay, let's go on to Leper Messiah. To me, this is the weakest song in the album, but this is still a great, great song. I
can see the argument being made.
And
absolutely.
One reason I love Leper Messiah is because you listen to the first half and you're like, okay, this is groovy. And then the second half kicks in and dude, it kicks your ass, especially when you're playing that on drums. I always forget. I kind of add some double bass fills in there. Like I'll do triplets, and I know Lars isn't doing triplets. Mm-hmm. But every time I play Leper Messiah, I always go ham on that second half. I play extra fast. The double bass is there. It just sounds frantic, and it's just building up and building up and building up. It doesn't even sound like the first half. And how do they end it? You could do. They bring it all the way back, but they slow it down even more. It's just like, it sounds raw. It's so cool. They're going after TV and how do you say the word?
Evangelists?
Evangelists, yeah, that's how you say it. And yeah, it's great. It's a little cheesy on the verse, but come on. Who doesn't like some cheesy?
To town. You play the lead clown.
Chase! Join the endless chase!
It's
you know,
good.
and
it's good. But
of course, it's great.
I can see where it's kind of like maybe that's the weakest one. I'd say I like it a little bit more than Sanitarium, but that's where.
But hey, those two are right there, you know.
Orion.
Now Orion
is my favorite Metallica song of all time.
Isn't it your favorite song of all time?
It is my favorite song of all time. It is my favorite song of all time. Fucking words cannot describe. Okay, here's time for a short story. One time, when I first listened to all of Master of Puppets, I was sick. And I was going into the urgent care to get a doctor's note so I wouldn't get fired at work. And while I was waiting like 3 hours for them to show up, I was just playing the songs on my phone. And I'm not gonna lie, when I first heard that when I first heard that, I was in a fucking trance. Like, I couldn't believe it. I was like, holy shit. This is what music's like? Because that was really like, because like before I met Stone, like I didn't really listen to much music. I was the fucking weird guy that listened to video game OSTs, like, and yeah, I don't know, man. That changed me.
How did you get into Metallica?
From you? Well, I mean, my dad always my dad would always play like, Wherever I May Roam, because that's his favorite song.
Good.
He would play like because he plays guitar obviously, and he would sometimes he'd do like do like the intro to. He would try to play Nothing Else Matters like the beginning, and stuff like that. And I'd be like, "What's that?" And he's like, "It's Metallica. It's a good band." And then I'd be like, "Oh, cool." And then I'd never follow up.
That's
but
funny.
Then I met you, and you would like play all these songs. I'm like, "This is fucking cool." And then like sometimes when you play me a song, you'll see it on my desktop the next time you come over to my place, and it's like, yeah, I like that song. So it's kind of really, you're the catalyst, honestly.
What can I say? I'm good.
Yeah, I fucking love Orion. I love the way it changes near the middle. I love how mellow it is, and I love how it comes back to like the do 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 do. Fuck, man. Fuck. God.
I gotta say, there's a lot with Orion because it's pretty emotional because that song was really Cliff's song. I mean, they all pitched in, but I've read that was mostly Cliff, and it just has this very slow and laid back feel to it, and you're just entranced. It's almost like you're put into a trance-like state, and all you can do is just kind of sit and zone out, like you're just laying down. You can look around with your eyes, but you can hear. That's what the song is like. And then it just kind of breaks down. It's 8 minutes long. 4 minutes in, it goes quiet, and you're like, what are they going to do now? Then yeah, that bass kicks in. You're like, what is this? And slowly the drum beats doing whatever, and that it's like, wow, they're like making love to my ears.
Honestly, I remember I was picking up I'm sorry, I'm looking up the moons of Jupiter right now, because Orion
what?
Because I know Orion is not the name of a moon of Jupiter, but when I think of the name Orion, I don't really think of like Orion's belt or anything, which I know that's probably what it's named after, but I love the names that they come up with for like shit that's in space. Like the moons of Jupiter, like Ganymede, Io, Callisto, Europa, like it's just so fucking cool. Like when I think of Orion, I think about flying, like you're in space just like laying there, like you're like floating in water, but just through space, and you're like flying past Jupiter, and it's like, it's, oh fuck, it's like an it's not a song, it's an experience.
Honestly, yeah, a lot of people hear that and they go, that's stupid, you're just saying that. But if you're really a musician or a fan of music, you're going to have moments like that, and this is one of those moments. And I think, I'll clean it up a little bit, but I think either I said it or you said it or we both said it at the same time, but like, there's something about Orion where you listen to it, and I just said it sounds like they're making love to my ears, but that actually would be a good song to have on while you're doing the you know what in the background, because especially that middle part where they break it down and it just kind of, you're just entranced or enthralled with what they're doing, and you're just so curious, you can't pause it, you can't leave it. All you can do is rewind it so you can keep reliving it. And it just sounds like the soundtrack of what you'd be playing when you really love somebody and you're doing that wah wah, you know. But now with that said, I'll say the serious stuff. I planned that song about 13 months before it even came out. I was scrolling through and I saw that I do covers on Wednesdays, and I covered that song on September 27th, I believe. I want to double check this because this is very important. I want to get this date right. Yeah, September 27th. So I found out, okay, September 27th is on a Wednesday. I think I covered that in 2017. It was 2016. So I thought, okay, I'll wait a year, then I'll cover it. So that already is, people are like, you waited a year to cover this? And I did. So finally the year came. I sat down the whole week. I listened to it because that's when I was working up north and driving back down on the weekends. Mm-hmm. So I listened to it all week. I come back down. I spent all Saturday practicing it, and I nailed it. Got all the drum parts. It's one of my favorites. And my dad filmed it for me. And I edited it, and I uploaded it. And when I uploaded it, you know, that was it. Because it was the day, September 27th, that's when Cliff passed away in the tour bus accident. Mm-hmm. And later that day, I got a text from my dad saying, did you upload today's video for any particular reason or something like that? And I said, yeah, it's when Cliff passed away. And he goes, well, that's odd because September 27th is my mom's birthday. And his mom passed away in 2004 when I was like 8 or 9. So now that was the day he passed away, but that was also his mom's birthday, my grandmother's birthday. Mm-hmm. Who obviously isn't here anymore. So it's almost like you're mourning / celebrating two people's lives who have nothing to do with each other. Cliff Burton and my Grandma Ann have nothing to do with one another, and she wouldn't like that music anyways. But now when that day comes around, September 27th, and when I listen to Orion, I think of those three things. I think of Cliff, I think of my Grandma Ann, that I have some memories of, and I think of my dad messaging me that, because obviously you're going to think about that. So the song has a different meaning to it than Leper Messiah or Disposable Heroes, of course. Mm-hmm. So
it's more up to interpretation, and I think that's what's more beautiful about it. Because like Call of Cthulhu, it's like, oh shit, this fucking otherworldly beast is coming, and it's fucking metal, and yeah, but Orion's more of like it's an abstract idea.
Yeah, it's Orion challenges you to put whatever meaning you want. That's why, like before, where it's like To Live Is to Die sounds like there's a person mourning. Call of Cthulhu sounds like there's a creature. Suicide Redemption just sounds like a riff salad. But Orion is like, here's a blank piece of paper and here's a pen. You know, they drop it and they go,
tell me what you're feeling.
Write whatever you want. It's up to you. What does this song mean? It means whatever you want it to mean.
It's fan-fucking-tastic.
Yeah. And now
you can say that you can say hater. I don't know why. I think people think that when you like Orion better than the other ones, like other instrumentals, like somehow that's like it's like a very like contrarian thing to say or something. I don't know what the exact like methodology is, or like, you know,
maybe,
like the train of thought is. But like, look, man, I'm just gonna be on. I fucking love it, and if you don't fucking love that I love it, then fuck you.
We can go down that route. I mean,
oh, fuck you up, man. Fuck. All right.
Well, let's bring it on home by Led Zeppelin.
Bring it on home. Let's do it.
We got Damage Incorporated.
It's really good.
The only reason I didn't give this a 5 out of 5 is I'm not a huge fan of the intro. It goes on way too long. It sounds cool, but not a minute 20's worth.
Fair.
But I will say this, when it goes down and it just goes that is awesome. So I'm almost willing to let it slide just for the anticipation, but it goes on too long. But dude, Damage Incorporated, I mean, just it kicks ass. It's out for blood, and that it's in the chorus too. It's so fun to play on drums. It has great lyrics, and not great because they're deep, just great because it's about killing people and annoying the shit out of you and trying to get you to join our, cult or whatever. And the double bass at the end is great. And it's just a great ending to the album. Dan, 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 down, digga, digga. And just like how it started, it's gone. It's over. And that is probably the best metal album of all time. It's my favorite Metallica album. But I want to get your take on Damage Inc. really quick.
Fuck. What a kick to your fucking groin that song is. But in a good way.
This is true.
It's seriously someone with a steel-toed fucking boot just coming up to you. We chew and spit you out.
We laugh, you scream and shout.
It's
I'll flee with fear you run. You'll know just where we come from. And
Damage
then
Incorporated.
That's the part, because almost every other band would yell it. And when they play it live, James does say it. Sometimes he'll harshly whisper it, but in the studio version, he barely whispers it, and it sounds so cool.
That reminds me, I watched, I forget which one it was, but they were doing a live version of that one. And, like, James is obviously reading from the teleprompter that's, like, on the ground next to him, reading the lyrics so he doesn't fuck it up. He actually fucks up one of the lines, so he's like, oh, fuck, I forget what line it was. It was like, Sonny, no fuck with Razorback. Like, he literally does that. Like, but it's so loud you can't really tell that he's not saying anything.
That's pretty funny.
It is funny, but then he immediately he gets back on track. But like, fuck, I was just like, hold on, did I hear that right? Oh yeah, no, he's just saying gibberish.
Honestly, I give James a lot of respect. If you watch, he sings a lot of times with his eyes closed. So he's not reading off a teleprompter or something like that. Maybe there are some cases he is, but I don't know. Would you rather have a guy reading the words, or he forgets the words and he's gibberish, but he's trying to remember them, and he's human. He's not just reading it on the ground.
The second one.
So you'd rather have him read them on the ground, right?
No, I'd rather him like try to remember them and maybe mess something up.
Right.
Because like, yeah, that's more like, okay, sure, you didn't get a fucking line right. Oh, fucking well. It's one line out of I don't know how many thousands that you're gonna be performing that night. Like, give me a break.
Yeah, and if we're talking like he missed a line in the verse, because I was watching Trapped Under Ice, he had his eyes closed like this, but he repeated the same line. He said like, "Scream in, can't hear my call. Scream in, can't hear my call." He said it twice. It happens. I'm not gonna jump the guy for that.
Like 100 fucking songs. Like, come on.
Yeah, and honestly, I think remembering these lyrics has helped me remember a lot of things in my life. So, we're all human. But anyways, with that said, minus something. But anyways, that is it. Those are all my Metallica albums ranked. It only took about, 2 hours, 15 minutes?
2.5 hours.
Yep, now we go to yours, so we're going to start all the way over again.
Jesus fucking Christ, no. 5 hour long podcast. We're going to be here till 4 in the morning.
Well, I mean, you didn't keep track of what I told you, did you?
No, you said, so it was Kill 'Em All, and then Load, then Reload, then Saint Anger, then Black Album, then Beyond Hardwired,
well,
and then Beyond Magnetic.
Yeah.
And then Black Album, and then
no.
And
no, it goes. Wait. Kill 'Em All, Load, Reload, Saint Anger, S&M, the Black Album, Hardwired, Beyond Magnetic, Justice, Death Magnetic, Lightning, Puppets.
And I got that all wrong.
But was any of my takes album wise like
I would
a disgrace?
I would probably have Kill 'Em All slightly higher.
Okay.
I would probably have Death Magnetic slightly higher, but I mean, other than that, I think I pretty much agree with you.
All right. Right on. So, I mean, you can do this by yourself if you want, or if you want to do it tomorrow when you come over. But like I said, your favorite album or least favorite are pretty easy to predict. But all the ones in between, the numbers might say, well, you like Lightning more than Puppets. But you might say, I like Puppets more than Lightning. But again, the numbers don't lie.
And that's I'm gonna cut that. I'm not gonna keep that in.
That's probably good that you're gonna.
I'm gonna cut that out. Yeah, I'm just not gonna.
You know, it'd be kind of fun to do. I don't know if we should do it, or maybe if you want to, we should record ourselves listening to 72 Seasons when it comes out, like a live reaction.
I'm down. I was gonna say, like, one last closing question before we wrap it up here.
What?
I was gonna say, considering the 3 songs that we've heard so far, I know it's only 3 songs out of however many there are. I'm sorry, I don't know off the top of my head. Out of those 3 songs, where do you think that this album might rank in this list?
That's a good question. Hold on, I'm trying to pull you back up so I can actually see you, because now I got a bunch of tabs open. So I actually want to like make eye contact with you. Eye contact. Hold on, wait for the screen to pop up.
I'm waiting.
There it is.
Man.
All right. Let me see. I mean, you nailed it. 72 Seasons is just hardwired DLC. So
it is so far.
Well, in theory, how much different is it going to be? There are literally 12 songs on the album. There was 12 on. If you take Lords of Summer out, there was 12 on that one. There was a question mark song title in Hardwired. There's a question mark song title here. There's an exclamation point on Hardwired. There's an exclamation point on this one. It almost sounds like, are we really going to do this again? Are we really going to have good first half, disappointing second half, and the last song is going to be like, thank God, where has this been? Oh, it's over.
I'm not gonna lie, I miss the days when we were like, oh, you're not ready for the next Metallica album, and neither are we.
What was the joke behind that?
Did you say that, or did I? Was like, I think I said that, but like you brought it up. It's like, oh yeah, Lars said this about the new Metallica album, and we're like, well, fuck it. It's been like 5 years. Where the fuck is it? And I mean, now that we're recording this, 72 Seasons is coming out soon. So, also, yeah, we did mention it, but if you've been a longtime podcast fan, we did have this thing called the Unforgiven Code, where, you know, Black Album had Unforgiven, Load didn't have anything, Reload had Unforgiven 2, Saint Anger had nothing, Death Magnetic had the Unforgiven 3, Hardwired had nothing, so we were like, the next album's gotta have Unforgiven 4.
We cracked the code.
And it does not. 72 Seasons does not have the Unforgiven 4, which is a little sad, but it makes sense.
But do you think they will have a song, like a mellow 6-minute song, that will kind of call Unforgiven 4? Like, what if Crown of Barbed Wire is the acoustic opening, and it sounds like Unforgiven?
Crown of Barbed Wire.
Crown of Barbed Wire!
Crown of Barbed Wire!
Shadows follow!
Oh my god.
Sleepwalk my life away!
I'm hoping Sleepwalk My Life Away will be kind of like a That Was Just Your Life type, like, heavy song, like a fast one.
It better be. I hope it's not about a 10-year-old kid sleeping in too late on Saturday mornings, because I'm going to be pissed off if that's what the song is going to be. Unless it's a thrashy 6-7 minute song. Then I can maybe let it pass.
Goddamn, dude. All I can say is I'm excited. And I like what I've heard so far, even though it's not peak Metallica, but it's still pretty okay. Like, I'm excited.
Pretty okay is kind of the key word, because you're like, if you're not saying this is great, like when I listened to Hardwired in your room at your old house, I was excited. When I heard that chorus, I was like, this is Death Magnetic. They shortened it to 3 minutes. This is awesome. This is gonna be great. Lux Eterna came out and I was like, it's fun. It's double bass. But it's not Hardwired, you know? But you like Lux Eterna more than Hardwired, right?
I'd say so, yeah. Like, you say that when you first heard Hardwired, you were like...
I was clown. I was...
Like, when so setting up the stage, I woke up, and the first thing I saw on my phone was new Metallica single just dropped from you. And I was like... So I immediately looked it up, and I was like, Google, and I was like, holy fuck, 72 seasons, what the shit? And I played it, and it was like, like, I was like, I was super fucking excited. Like, right? Honestly, it was just like, oops. I really liked Hardwired, the song. It was pretty good, but like I didn't have the same reaction you did. Lux Eterna gave me that reaction.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I was definitely feeling Lux Eterna because of that cool, simple intro. It sounds like you're falling and you're like, help me. Then of course the double bass, which a lot of people are like, that's not Lars playing. It's totally Lars playing. It's just slow enough that he can do that. Any faster, and he won't be playing that live. But with that said, I do think... Okay, so there's 12 songs. I think there are going to be 2 great ones, 3 really good ones, 4 to 5 okay, underwhelming, and and then 1 song where it's like,
what is this doing here?
What are you doing? Why all the why, to quote that YouTuber. I don't know. What do you think is going to be the weakest song on the album?
I'm going to be honest with you, and it's the one I'm anticipating most. You Must Burn.
You think that's going to be the worst?
With a name like You Must Burn with an exclamation mark? Like, come on.
Atlas Rise had an exclamation point. When I saw that, I was like, what? What is this?
And a comma. And a comma.
What's that comma doing there? Get rid of that. It's so dumb. I'm sorry, Atlas Rise, with that comma and exclamation point.
It's the Oxford comma.
Pretty dumb. What's the Oxford comma?
Here's a sentence. Let's eat grandma. Here's another sentence.
Oh,
let's eat, comma, grandma. So one means let's actually take grandma and eat her for dinner. And then the other one is let's go eat dinner, grandma. You know?
So with Atlas Rise, what's the difference between saying Atlas Rise and
Atlas Rise is more like a command. Like, Atlas Rise. But like Atlas Rise. That sounds more like a name. Or like rise is like a noun. It's like a like the rise is like a building or something, and it's just called Atlas, you know, something like that. It's,
I guess, but I gotta tell you, it just looks so dumb. I get how you say it.
Fair.
Like how he sings it is fine, but just having it, maybe they should have called it something else. I don't know. Maybe they should have just called it Rise or Atlas. When you put Atlas Rise, it's got an exclamation point, there's too much going on there. There's too much punctuation for a simple-headed dumbass like myself.
What was the song on this new album that has a question mark? Gone? Too Far Gone?
Yeah, Too Far Gone.
Oh my god.
Look, I have PTSD from Am I Savage having a question mark, and I saw that and I was like, ooh, I'm interested in that one. And I listened to it and I'm like, like, what are we doing here, James?
Bro literally said.
It was good times. Yeah, I don't know. I think 72 Seasons, the song has the most pressure. You can't have the title track be the first song in the album and have it just be, it's okay. You can't. But Too Far Gone, I think that's going to be the throwaway song on the album.
I think it's You Must Burn. We're getting so close to the release date. In a month, we'll have listened to it. So.
Oh, less than a month.
April 15th, right?
14th.
14th. I was close. So. Hold
so
on.
what? Is that
so
2 weeks from now?
That is exactly 1, 2, 3 weeks from now.
Oh, 3 weeks. Okay.
And 3 weeks from this Friday, which we are on now, we will be listening to that fucking song. Honestly, I'm gonna be as a closer to this podcast. I'm gonna say this year is gonna be fucking phenomenal for like a bunch of different reasons. Metallica's new album's coming out next month.
Okay.
Fucking Zelda, Breath of the Wild 2, Breath of the Wild Wind 2, coming out in May. Goodbye Volcano High coming out in June, a day before my birthday. Oh, so good.
New Avenged Sevenfold.
Well, sure. I mean,
sure.
No, they're good. I like Avenged Sevenfold, but they're not like one of my favorite bands. You know.
Right.
They're good. I'll give it a listen probably. Pikmin 4 in July, like such a fucking good year for like so many different reasons. Like, this is gonna be a good one. Oh yeah, and then we're seeing Metallica in like September. So like
I was gonna say like we're gonna see Metallica twice on like Friday and Sunday night. Twice. Different set list. No repeats.
No fucking repeats. This isn't your grandma's show.
Let's not eat grandma. Let's eat grandma. Yeah, I don't know. What do you want from me, man? All right, well, we got to end this thing eventually.
We do. It's getting up there. We're almost at 3 hours. This is almost one of our longest podcasts.
What is our longest podcast?
I think the one with Brock and Drac.
Oh, we split that into 2 parts, though, didn't we?
Yeah, I'm not going to split this one, though, because...
True fans will listen to this one.
This was funny.
I'm going to post this in some Metallica Facebook groups that I'm in. So.
I cannot wait for them to be like, who's that fucking little loser in the corner who keeps saying things like he knows what's happening? Fucking loser. I can't wait.
Are you talking about you or myself?
I'm talking about me.
Oh yeah, because I'm the big screen on here and you're the little screen.
I'm the tiny man.
The tiny man.
The tiny man. Yeah, I want a Metallica song called The Tiny Man.
where Lars is on vocals.
I am the tiny man.
Dude, less than a week and opening day for baseball's here.
Fuck, we're getting back into that shit.
Yeah, we're getting back to it. We taking it all the way.
Oh boy.
The NBA playoffs are going to start soon, so let's see how far the Suns and Knicks can take it. Probably not very far.
I don't know anything about sports, so you're the announcer here, bud.
Well, Kevin Durant, your favorite NBA player, is currently on the Suns.
I never said he was my favorite NBA player.
No, who is?
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Is it really?
I mean, yeah, he's got the coolest name. Plus, he's in Fortnite, so like.
Is he in Fortnite?
He is in Fortnite.
Wow.
They fucking put his ass in Fortnite. Like, I told you about that story, right? We were at Zane's place, and we were just, like, doing, like, that game where one person says one word, one person says another word, and some person says the third word, and you put all of that into YouTube and see what comes up.
Yeah, you did tell me that.
Yeah, and I was like, Russell said, like, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and I said Fortnite, and it came up, and we were like, It's like a trailer. Like you could have paid for a skin where you can fucking play as him, and it's like, Jesus.
Is it him in uniform?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
The Greek freak.
Seriously. And look, I'm not a big Fortnite guy, but like, I'm gonna be honest, that's kind of cool. That's kind of Fortnite is.
Wait a second. You're telling me if they put Kevin Durant and his bald head in Fortnite, you wouldn't laugh at that and make fun of that?
Well, I'd be like, they could have given him some hair, but it's still pretty cool.
The Slim Reaper.
Oh my god. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool.
What about your favorite hockey player, Nino Niederreiter?
What about what was it? Yaroslav honest wait, it's
what?
Vladislav Kolyachonok.
Yeah, Vladislav Kolyachonok, and then there's Vladislav Nemestikov.
Yeah, and they get into a fist fight. The best Vladislav wins.
The battle of the Vladislav. What about Capo Caco?
You know what? I'll take it back. Capo Caco. If he was in Fortnite, I'd play Fortnite. I'm not even fucking joking.
Capo Caco can walk into your room right now. You wouldn't even know who he is.
Oh, absolutely. That's the best part. That's the best part. I still fucking. This is a Russell moment, because like, usually I don't like laugh at things that have happened in the past like as much as Russell would, and this isn't a slight against Russell, but you know how he'll like be like, hey Ben, remember when you, and then he'll like bring something up and he'll laugh about it. Like, I don't usually do that often, but one thing I do laugh out that I did was when I was at Lime Bike and I was like sitting behind the spring training stadium for the Giants, right?
Oh yeah.
And I was just sitting on a bench waiting for the game to be over. Like, I don't give a fuck what's going on in the game. And like every day for like 3 weeks straight, I would be sitting out there, and these players, these really famous players, would just come walking back. I was the only one in that parking lot, just like sitting there, just like drawing in my fucking notebook. And I would look up to them, and I'm like, oh yeah, those are probably famous baseball players. I look at them and I'd be like, yeah, Stone and Russell would probably lose their shit if they like knew, if they were here. They'd be like, oh shit, it's so-and-so. And I'm like, I'm sitting here like, I do not give a single fuck. And the worst part is that eventually people caught on that they were coming out that way. So eventually I'd be sitting there, and at the end of the game, there'd be a crowd of like 50 people like huddled around me, fat, sweaty, like fucking like bald headed, like they got a goiter and man tits, like just like standing there like, oh, sign my poster. Oh. And the fucking players they just go to their cars and they get the fuck out of there. And then immediately all the people gone. Because that's the only reason they're there, to get fucking autographs. And me, they probably, like, I feel bad only in the respect that at some point, those players probably thought I was only there to, like, get an autograph from them. And then eventually they were like, okay, this guy's not asking for an autograph. He's just here. All right, cool.
He's just here.
But, like, then when I'm in that crowd, it's like, oh, shit. Like, now I look like I'm the desperate one waiting for a fucking thing, when really I'm just trying to get these fucking bikes out of here.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm going to nitpick, I probably wouldn't lose my shit over too many of those players because it's the Giants, and at the time they were not very good, so some of the players were just like, yeah, whatever. But you're telling me if you saw Lars Ulrich walk up to a Dutch Bros, you wouldn't try to walk up to him and be like, hey Lars, can I either get A, a signature, B, a photo, or most importantly, C, can you say something really funny into my phone? And I think I would want that. Like, can you imagine getting a recording of Lars Ulrich saying something like the pee pee poo poo man, or just something like that?
He wouldn't say that, like, unless you asked him to say that.
Or like you just say like, hey Lars, can you do me a favor? Can you say
Dee-doo-doo-dee-da-da-da is the best police song.
No, do you mind if you don't care about your last name being said on here, do you? Or do you not want me to say it?
Korn, I don't care.
Okay. Yeah, I would go up to Lars and I'd be like, Lars, can you do me a favor? And he'd say, what? And I'd be like, can you say Alex Korn? It's Alex Korn's fault this video sucks.
Oh, man.
And then he would say it. Man, that'd be really funny. And I told you how my dad met Dave Mustaine at a Coyotes game, right?
Yeah, in the elevator.
Yeah.
What did he say to him? Was he like, I like your songs? And he was like, thanks.
No,
And he's like, I hate the government. And then he walked away.
My dad's go-to when there's famous people, like when he met Rob Halford at Tokyo Express, is to just say, you're Rob Halford, right? And he goes, yeah. And he goes like, I'm a fan of your stuff. And they say thanks, make small talk, and then you go on with your day. So that's what I would do if I ran into Lars at, Zia Records at 9:30 at night on Wednesday before I go home and I watch The Blacklist. And I see him walking up the aisles and I go, you're Lars Ulrich, right? And he goes, yes, I am.
What was your first clue? No, I'm not signing any fucking albums.
And I'd be like, well, can you sign my copy of Saint Anger on vinyl, please? And he'd go, you found my one weakness. And then he would do it. And then I would show it to you. And then you'd be like, you don't really like Saint Anger. So can we trade Saint Anger vinyls? Like, I'll take your signed copy and I'll take the other one. And I'd go, no.
No.
How about another joke, Murray?
How about another podcast, Murray?
How about another Metallica podcast, Murray? We did one thing. One thing. We were going to do dumbest songs, best album openers, best album closers. We didn't even do your album ranks. We just did mine, and it took the entire thing.
Hey, if you want to do that next podcast, we'll do this will be part 1, but it'll be this whole podcast. Part 2 will be like the other topics we didn't really get to cover this time.
All the other stuff that, we were too epic to get to.
We're too funny.
Just really quickly.
Yes.
Before I die. So, April 14th.
Yes.
Right when Zia walks in, I'm going to go in, I'm going to buy 2 copies of 72 Seasons. Why do you want a copy again? You don't have a CD player.
I just want one.
All right, that's fair. And we're going to listen to it.
Absolutely.
We're going to have our last words. We're going to say, any last words, Mr. President? And you're going to say zombies, and I'm going to say
I'm going to say
No. That's when you put on 72 Seasons and he doesn't say 72 Seasons in the song. That's when you look at the camera and you go,
I'm going to go.
The sound. No. Play the other drop, the Bad to the Bone, and look at me. You go. Wait, is that it?
I think yeah, it's just
I mean, it's really good.
It is.
One more time.
Okay.
That's like finding out that McDonald's is 24 hours and it's 3 a.m. and you really want your Chicky McNuggies, and you find the one that's like right down the road, and you're just like, okay, you're supposed to play at that time, but thanks.
Fuck, sorry. Wait, wrong one.
What was that you just played?
That was from Joel Vinesauce's The Ghostbusters album.
Oh, a classic.
Absolutely. Everyone knows about that one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So anyways, we're going to come over. We're going to say any last words, make our final predictions, and then we're going to record ourselves listening to it.
Absolutely. I'm down.
We're probably going to get blocked from uploading it. But
it can be a Patreon exclusive thing. If you want to listen to me and anyone who subscribes to my Patreon, April 15th, you want to see our live reactions to the Metallica 72 Seasons album. Me, Korn Kid, and him, Stone. What was that face? We are going to... That's going to be a Patreon exclusive. I don't know how I'm going to make it a Patreon exclusive, but I will, and it'll be funny.
We just have to upload and record it to YouTube. Or upload it to YouTube.
Yeah.
Hey, and hopefully we can upload it immediately and get a lot of views.
Hopefully.
Could help. That could help us get subscribers and views on our channel.
Possibly.
Anyways, before I go, can I get a video of you doing something really quick?
Absolutely. What is it, sir?
I want to get a video of you doing the do-do-do-do, but just like falling over like you did.
Oh, right.
Like, what'd you say? Like, dude has me like, and just like.
Oh, my man's really went like. All right.
Okay, hold on. Let me
get it up. All right.
Oh God. Okay, hold on. All right, go.
Wait.
All right, go.
Wait. Record another video.
You want to do another take?
Right, go.
No, not another take. Just record the screen.
Okay. Hold on. All right, go.
Stupid.
All right, go.
Okay, you want to do the? I get up. You wanna do that one?
Yeah. You know what? All right.
All right, go.
All right.
Hold on.
All right. Well, this is, you're committing. Okay. All right. This is staying in the podcast. I hope you know that, right? All right, here we go.
My fucking chair fell backwards.
Did it really?
Yeah.
You look like you just did a standing plank.
That's awesome. Can this thing please like get the fuck? Oh my god. Holy shit.
What? What'd you do? What'd you do?
No, we're good. It's just the chair wasn't like falling back into place. We're good now.
Here,
I
you know what?
was gyrating for a second.
Play
Yeah,
that jump.
so this is our friendship on the Korn and Kock podcast. This is 3 hours long. Jesus fucking Christ.
Here, play that jump clip again. I'm gonna show you how the big boys do it.
Okay, we're going for a second one, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, yeah. Is it played again? All right. God damn it! It doesn't like.
All right.
Damn it! I can't really like.
There, you're off camera.
So dumb.
Yeah, alright.
To borrow a word from Russell, it's so cringy.
Oh.
Or cringe. Oh, if we go bowling tomorrow,
We are.
just imagine. Just remember what. Do you remember what Russell said about that guy walking back after he bowls? It's like it's so awkward. It's so weird. Dude, what are they supposed to do?
Fucking
moonwalk back?
Yeah, somersault forward, do like a little roll forward.
I'm gonna do that. If we go bowling tomorrow, I'm gonna try to be as embarrassing as I can when I bowl, especially if I miss. Like I just gutter ball it. I'm just gonna try to like moonwalk back or like do like a front somersault or something.
I mean, I'll be right there with you. I'm gonna get a strike and I'm gonna like roll forward, do like an over the head somersault towards the bench.
No, do the worm where you're like,
oh fuck, I can't do the worm properly. I can try, but I'll look like a dumbass. That'll be funny.
Oh, it's gonna be so funny because like, I'm just gonna keep it a surprise.
All right.
But yeah, it's just gonna be like, oh, it's so awkward. It's so cringe. What did he do? He walked back from bowling and throwing the bowling ball. What else is he supposed to do?
What do I do? Where do I go?
All right. So how do we act? Do we want to close this with a third attempt at the jump, since that seems to be the album, the podcast closer?
Are we both gonna get up?
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you for joining us for this episode of Korn and Kock. It's good to be back.
It's been fun.
Yeah.
It's good.
Join us again next week when we talk about more Metallica.
Part 2, baby! Part 2!
But until then.
Here we go. Watch it. It's good time. Until next time. We'll see you later. Have a good night.
Oh, hell yeah.
Are you still here?
Balls?